Good evening and welcome back to the Mancunian Way. My name is Martin. I'm your host and I hope you are all good. Apologies for not being on for the last few days. It was my dad's funeral on Thursday and still dealing with a lot of things at the moment. So I just wanted to, and I'm going away this week as well. So very, very busy time. So I've been getting everything done, etc. Delayed a little bit, apologise. I just wanted to get the Portugal, Spain game out of the way, which obviously Spain won in the injury time, 1-0. Crap game, but we move. Tonight we're gonna do a phoning show. Gonna be over to you guys. It'll go as long as it goes. Your input will determine on it. I've just got some news that I'm going to go through as well. Please smash those likes. It does help your channel. If you are new, please hit the subscribe button as well. We're on the road to 10K. Trying to get there by kickoff on the 23rd of August. First game against Bournemouth. Right. Few hellos. Like I said, good evening. Tonight we're going to talk about why transfers are not coming in, because we need transfers out, and everyone's losing their mind, having a hissy fit, having a cry-a-thon, and everything else. So there we go. Also, just so you know, for the months of July and August, anyone donating any super chats, memberships, super thanks will all be going to the Alzheimer's Society. It's going to be our charity for the upcoming season. Alzheimer's does have a special place in my heart, and that's why it will be going forward for the season. Good evening, Matt. I hope you're doing okay. Yes, I'm not doing bad, mate. Sandwich said and then we've got 6 pieces. Yes, going to go into a little bit of that as well. England players who played at the World Cup, such as Gay, Anderson, Trafford, and Riley, won't be there. Nope. Don't know why Trafford. He's not exactly played. How many people are you getting on? We can get up to 4 or 5, depending on who we get on. We should have loaned Bob. Good evening, Bob. Was quite clear recovering from a leg break. Looks fantastic so far. Got to be careful, though. It's a World Cup. Some players look good in the World Cup, others, and then when it comes to club, they don't work. Just be careful of the World Cup disease. Be very careful of that. Good evening, Adam Quinn. Yes, get those likes. We should go and get Morgan Gibbs White. I understand transfers ain't going fast as people expect. This is why Rihanna's got the wage bill under control. Don't give Dutch huge salary. Well, people will get huge salaries. Hello, fellow. Hello, DC. Hope you are well. I'm doing much better. Thank you. Rodri and Bernardo had a beef. Rodri and Bernardo have got beef because Rodri kind of took Bernardo's role. Move. Club. Yes, Dars. Thank you, mate. Big up for the Samaritans link. Don't suffer in silence. So anyone that supports Brazil, please do click on the Samaritans link above. It must be traumatizing to watch Gabriel, Marquinhos and Casemiro. If you can't access the link, please dial 9320 15 115 115. Or Haaland owns you. Can always do that one. 0800 Haaland owns you, bitch. Deal with it. Ash, big up, mate. What happened between Rodri? Yeah, it is what it is. Rodri and Bernardo and beefing a bit. Someone must be jealous that someone got a nice move away. Someone might be jealous that someone got the move that they were planning on getting. Big up, Martin, and welcome all back, fella. Thank you very much, mate. Rodri's a man of the match for Spain. Big up, Martin. Big up, man. Snoopy. Hope you well. Bernardo cooking Laporte and Rodri. I'm crying. Why was Bernardo so rattled by Rodri? By the way, Rodri did well today. Ruben is going to get a hate watch, but on the ball, he was quite progressive, defending very well. It's just one moment of mistake that cost him 5 margins. I think Diaz has been good, but the Diaz, the Kushinoff fan club will do anything to have a go at Diaz, and that's why the club turned down a bid on Diaz because they don't want Diaz to go anywhere. And Maresca has said some very, very glowing references on Ruben Diaz. So any City fan who's hoping Ruben Diaz is finished at the football club, guess again, unless Ruben Diaz wants to leave. Why is Laporte getting cut by Bernardo? Dude wasn't even near. Bernardo and Shirley's captain next year. Say similar to Bernardo. Diaz and Cafunas coming home. Rodri and Bernardo fighting in the match was so funny. Bonsoir, Steve. Hope you are well. Morning, man. Hope you are well. Haaland is smashing the World Cup at the moment. He is, Jack. Staminado getting wound up. Hey, Martin. Hope you're well. Right, Ronaldo World Cup dream is over. Diaz sold for the Spain goal. Haaland is killing it. I really want him to go and get to the semis. W, no, because no way going out in the next round. Deal with it, bitches. It's coming home. Ronaldo. What's up with you?
Let's go. Haaland's going to knock out England. Let's go.
Sorry, we don't have a president who corrupts.
Hey, mate. I don't know if you saw the meme going around with a dude that says, if I'm against corruption, I will be on your side.
No.
I'm with corruption. I defend
Don't start
it.
doing that because you need your dickhead of a president, who is the biggest dickhead in the world of dickheads, to bail you out.
Mate. What?
Please, FIFA.
What do people say?
FIFA.
What do people say?
Do what you're told.
What do people say? If you can't beat them, FIFA's always been corrupt. So if my president, FIFA's always been corrupt. It's been corrupt for the Brazilians, been corrupt for the Spaniards. Hey, sometimes the U.S.
Yeah, but at least they can play football. One, they don't call it soccer. Soccer hydration break brought to you by Powerade.
Yeah,
give any of that crap.
Yeah. And we're going to beat Belgium tonight. And we're beating Belgium tonight.
You're nuts.
We're going to have a lot of players back for the preseason, guys. We're going to have a lot of players back.
No, we're not, because none of them that have gone out are going to be back. Got news of that coming up. None of them will be back. City players stinging the gaff out for the World Cup. Thank God for Haaland, though. It's supposed to be saying, are you ever happy or do you just wake up miserable? You're constantly moaning, mate. You South Stand, you moan. Here, you moan. Are you ever happy, mate? Smile. Go out and breathe a bit of fresh air, son. Jack, you only missed a goal at the end and still we're kicking off. It matters not USA will win it, as Trump will have a word. Hey! I swear that the World Cup should be won by the USA while I'm trying to get in my daughter's underwear because I'm Donald Trump and I'm a bit of a widow.
Yeah, why you
don't let us win the World Cup, we'll put a wall up around you.
Hey, don't get me started on Brexit. Let's not bring that up.
Hey. Right. Right. Man, I don't like Hugo Vianestein. Why are we spending 10 mil for a 17-year-old, 16? But apparently he's coming into play, according to loads of people. Holding cost in Portugal. Oh, we'll have to look at that back, Nick. They could be both. Oh, there you go.
Pardo, he is.
It is a bit surprising that you did refer to him as your president when he's.
I don't like it, but he is. I don't like it, but he is. That's his title.
Yeah.
Believe me, if I had a lot of presidents I haven't liked over here, okay?
Right. Anyway, let's get off the off the stuff. Banter aside. We know USA have pulled the president card. We know that. The American people.
You went red card.
That.
Guess what?
People
I got the Trump card, baby.
Yeah. It's not the red card. It's the Trump card.
It's a Trump card.
I had some guys yesterday say to me, but it's been overturned. That says it hasn't been overturned, you wally. It's just been postponed. Wait, does Rodri and Silva actually have beef? Rodri wasn't overly happy with Bernardo, apparently, reportedly, because he took his move away. That's where Rodri wanted to go. What's the BOUADDI info? I don't have any BOUADDI. What BOUADDI info? Lots of rumours Grealish is going to be given a chance. Don't know where them rumours have appeared from. I know Graham Bailey said it, but that's not my understanding. He's going to come back to pre-season. He's not going to be given a chance.
We did the same thing last year, guys. They said, oh, Pep might give him another chance.
Yeah. No, nothing about Rodri, mate. Martin Outre, the Camavinga stuff, total BS. City don't want him. Manesca has worked with some of our players head start. Hey, I'm new as this entire Sam Bates in this chat. You're funny. You're funny. But why the deal information? There is no information. What information? There is no information. What, somebody on Twitter said there's information.
No,
there is no information.
There is no information.
There is no information on BOUADDI, guys.
You're
the only information is that shitloads of clubs are trying to get him, and there's going to be a fight to get him.
Rodri got player of the match.
Why is it right, Mr. Witt? Well, why do you just keep spamming BOUADDI? Can you not keep spamming, please, mate? We don't allow spamming in here. KDB Masterclass Trust. You're going to get owned by KDB. KDB's going to take that American hot dog.
That's going to be the saddest part for me. You know, we're going to knock them out. It's going to be KDB's last World Cup. You know, I'm going to be sad because of that, but sometimes the greater good.
Yes, it is, Briggs. Don't do that. You're telling me the USA squad didn't know that about it? Come on, Briggs. You don't be that naive. Don't be that naive, mate. Once again, Martinez had so much talent with Portugal. Just like he did. No, but he's a crap manager, though, wasn't he? Right, loads of people in, which I love to say. We'll get there. Parton is in the chat. Big up, mate, as well. Up, you're right. Jarvis, Jeremy Docky. Right, we'll get to it all before we open the lines. A little bit of news just to kick us off on Victor Hayes. There is a potential he may not be coming back. Now, everyone's going to say, oh, Nathan Aki's gone, so we can bring him in as fifth choice. Right, this is where I've been saying for months about the homegrown. Now, I don't mean homegrown as in the Premier League. There's a homegrown issue within UEFA, within the Champions League tournament. So, this was reported today by Alex James of the Manchester Evening News that Victor Hayes did spend last season against the likes of Vinny Jr. and Lamine Yamal in La Liga. Done very, very well. And the 20-year-old now returns to Manchester with a prospect of a second loan at Girona. With any prospect of a second loan at Girona or be given the team will be in the second term. Hayes has his eyes on the first team at the Etihad. A path that has become clearer with the news of Nathan Aki joining Fenerbahce for a initial fee of around £7 million. However, the departure of the Dutchman will create a vacancy in the City squad for the fifth centre-back established quartet of Diaz, Gay, Kushinov and Josko Gvardio. Victor Hayes does seem to be ahead of the queue, but the Blues must also be mindful of the homegrown rules that apply in the Premier League and Champions League. So the Champions League rules states that 4 players have to come through in a club's academy and 4 must have come through the youth system in England in order for teams to be able to name a maximum of 25 players. Regardless of whether those quotas are filled, there cannot be more than 17 players registered who are not homegrown. So Victor Hayes could potentially fall foul of the quota. The Brazilian would evidently not qualify, but Ake did qualify as an associated trained player, as does Semenyo, Mark Gay, Marcus Bettinelli and Elliot Anderson. And as it stands, James Trafford, Rico Lewis, Nico Riley and Phil Foden count as the club trained.
Yep.
But there are doubts on James Trafford and obviously Enrico Lewis moving forward. So, unlike the Premier League, the Champions League does not make any exceptions for an under-21 player who aren't homegrown. So, for example, in the Premier League, Victor Hayes, Echeverri, Naipan, etc., don't count towards the 25, so you can get.
I mean, we do have Charles right there that would replace Trafford.
He might be going out on loan.
I'm saying I think they would keep him if Trafford goes. I don't
know.
Yeah,
they are looking at loaning Max Lane out as well.
Yeah,
there is also interest in Ryan McAdoo, especially from Preston North End, particular for Ryan McAdoo to go out there. And
McAdoo out on loan? McAdoo out on loan?
Yes.
And that leaves who to get those minutes?
But he's not going to get them minutes because they're looking at he could be going out on loan as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mate, I don't know why, but you lot have all become Chelsea fans. I need to know why. We're going to dig down into this. The way some of you were talking, you need your hard drives checking.
Oh, man.
You very, very weird. Come on, Belgium and Docker. Right. So yeah, that's where we're at with Victor Hayes. No guarantees, but the more homegrown you lose, the bigger a problem it will become for a Victor Hayes to stay. Not because of his talent, but because they've got to get the established rules put in for the UEFA. Because you could maybe use him in the Premier League and just don't register.
Use him for UCL, yeah.
You don't use him for Europe, and you just go with 4. Max Elaine is potentially going out on loan. McAdoo potentially. There's issues within the academy at the minute. I might as well say it now. The reason why a lot of people are not willing to sign contracts at the moment because they don't see an opportunity moving forward, which you completely understand. Because if you're Ryan McAdoo and you're going, right, my chairman likes me, everyone likes me, I'm on my pathway, and then they go and spend 12 million quid on Jeremy Monga, who's 16, it's not giving Ryan McAdoo a big load of hope. Now, we are going to lose Hesker for the exact same reason. There's no pathway to the first team. Macassar has signed up, which is brilliant, but not all of them are willing to do that because they want to play or have a pathway. Good evening, Formidable. So this is part of the problem, guys. I mean, Ed, what would you do with this? Because I get it, you know, everyone's jumping over Victor Hayes, jumping over Jeremy Monga now. When I'm going to say it, nobody was watching Leicester City last year. Please don't tell me you are. You were not watching Leicester City. I'm not going to listen to the bullshit of people watch Leicester City on the weekly. You didn't. You have watched YouTube clips of Jeremy Monga, and because the headline is, we hijacked him from Arsenal, you've all got excited. When Arsenal were already going to loan him.
Yeah, I think it's just we need one person in because I think the goalkeeper, you can pretty much get somebody that is whatever you need. I think it's more for if Rico Lewis does go, then you would need to bring in homegrown from somewhere to replace that number. So I think we really only need one extra homegrown player to fill the quota. And I think in Rico Lewis's counts as club trainer, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that could be a chance for McAdoo to be in the squad just to fill a number. But does he play a lot? I don't know. You know, so I think there's some maneuvers you could do to get around it if you needed to by using some of the academy players, but that means you wouldn't be loaning them out, though.
Yeah, well, this is the other thing is you can be in the squad and then you can end up. By the way, the link is now in the chat. If you want to join us, please be respectful. Make sure you are loud and clear and we can hear you. And the thing you got to look at, though, is Rico Lewis was in the squad and he played about 270 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why you would. That's what I'm saying. Use the academy there to just replace those minutes, if it is an academy lad, because we need club trained. So you need somebody from the academy to do that.
What are you noticing? What are you noticing? Sorry, was I the one who said Kushinov should be protected, even though he had a bad World Cup? I said he should be protected. So don't do that, Mario, because you've got a hatred for Ruben Diaz. You can do what you want, mate, but City don't want to sell him. Mike, please don't tell me Grealish is coming back with the squad, coming back to pre-season. He's not, this other thing of being giving a chance is not going to happen. He's not going to be given a chance. He's not going to be giving a chance. I don't know where that's come from. At this rate, nobody's going. And this is part of the problem. You can't sign anyone at the minute because nobody wants to sell anyone.
Mm-hmm.
No one's going. Everyone wants to keep Reinders now. They want to keep Nico Chi. They want to keep Naipan. They want to keep Echeverria. They now want to keep. No one's going.
Well, this is, we know fans get attached to certain players, but I think, we just have to be honest here that some of these players, you're just going to have to move on. That's just football.
Good evening, Dylan. Hope you are well. Keeper Lane then and Lone Race and Lone Hayes. It's whether he wants to be loaned. There's a lot of big decisions at the moment Manchester City have got to make. The Jack Grealish one is a bit baffling because he's only got a year left and they want to try and get some form of money for him because it is pure profit. And he's still on $300,000 a week. I wouldn't listen. Taylor Howard Bellis has been and gone, mate. No, it's not English players. It's club trained. It's more club trained. So I don't know. Dylan, what do you think or what do you want to speak about, mate?
Do we still need homegrown players still?
Club trained, I'd say more than I would say club trained more than homegrown.
So
you see, now isn't the thing there? So, like Jeremy Docker, you said Macedo can't go on loan, and Real Mario give me Macedo. So you want to go into the season with two of our wingers being Ryan Macedo and Jeremy Monga.
No, we can't do that.
Is it me, or have we become Burnley or Brighton?
A little bit.
I got told for 12 to 18 months to have standards, and now everyone's treating it like we've been found guilty of 115. And they all want to run out 16 and 17-year-olds. I'm a little bit baffled by this at the minute. I don't get why everyone's suddenly doing it. Hello, is anyone there?
Yeah.
Nobody's speaking.
Well, I thought Dylan was going. Dylan, what's good, man?
Nobody's
Share your
talking
thoughts.
now.
Yeah.
Like Jeremy Docker's
Then
put in,
what?
Macedo needs to be given a chance to the first team. Well, people are saying Jeremy Monga should be. So what you're doing now is you're going with a 16 and a 17-year-old as your backup wingers.
No, we can't afford to do that.
Have I missed something? Have we been relegated?
Martin, I think you stretch a little bit when people say get minutes. When people say get minutes, they're not talking
You
about.
can't just dump them into the squad like that. When they go into the first team squad, they take places.
I think like 85th minute they sub on, but other than that,
So are we not buying a winger then?
I mean, yeah, we got Monga, but is he like?
No. Are we not buying a winger? Good evening,
I
Andrew.
don't know.
We
Yeah.
don't
So,
know.
for example,
We don't know any of this until people start leaving.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is if you want people to go and buy Ndiaye or you want to go and buy for example, I know you won't, a Diamandi or whatever, what are you going to do now?
Well, even if you sign a winger, right, and Savinho goes, right, it only takes one injury to either side, and you're gonna need that young player there to give you minutes here and there. That's where they can be useful, right? Because we know Doku can get injuries for 2 games here, 2 games there, right? And Ndiaye will go in.
Who covered
and
him
then
last
the
year?
young guy will be the rotation guy if you need him.
Who covered Cherky last year? Who covered Doku when he was injured last year?
Whoever it wasn't good.
It was actually pretty decent. Phil Foden was pretty decent when he was covering Doku.
Was he coming off the left doing that? I don't think so.
Yeah, he was.
MONGA won't be academy player. He's more experienced than all our academy players.
Because I thought Foden was in the 10 and Turkey was on the right when that was happening.
Oh, we got Leicester on here. Harrison, good evening. I'm a Leicester fan, and he ain't ready yet. He was hardly trusted for us in the Championship. Better have loaning him back to us. Toughen him up in League One. Thank you very much. People got to remember, this is no dig. Leicester were relegated, by the way.
Oh, yeah, Leicester were relegated. I forgot about that. That is true.
But you've already got a bigger squad, Jeremy Doku. We've got a 31-man squad. But, and that's fine, Walter, but then we can't be crying if we lose them then. If the likes of McCady or Regan Esky and all them leave, we can't complain about it then.
If Trafford leaves, we can't complain because it's literally the same situation.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the thing people don't understand. Players are not willing to just sit on the bench or at home and watch the game from the TV. They're not willing to do that, no matter how young they are. And if you're gonna buy players, the academy and everybody around them is going to be looking at that and being like, yeah, when do I get a chance to do anything? And that's the reality of football right now. People need to get their heads around this.
We heard City ain't signed another midfielder. Where did you hear that from? Don't tell me the fake Sam Lee account that had 0 followers and 0 anything, mate. Mate, you just told me you're getting your stuff from Twitter. What's with the Ruben Diaz bid? They inquired and City told them he's not for sale. And Maresca's done an interview talking about how much he likes Ruben Diaz.
Yeah, Ruben Diaz is not going to get sold. That's what we're doing.
What do you mean no one is going? Not going at the minute. No, I said they could leave. They are wanting them to leave. You need people to bid spicy potatoes. No one's bidding. The reason we're not buying anyone at the minute is because there's no room at the inn. We need to get players out. You can't buy another 2 midfielders and say we don't sell Nico G and Reinders. What do we do? I'm genuinely asking that because I'm trying to figure out why everyone's in a meltdown mode.
I think there's still a lot of time left in this window. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there really hasn't been a lot of. I think as we're getting closer and closer to the end of the World Cup, we'll see more business done. But I think a lot of things, I know Atletico Madrid, they're about to get that home loan kid, so I don't think they'll be interested in I don't know if they'll still want Reinders if they get home loan in, because I know he's more of a DM, so I don't know if they need attacking midfielder or not. So we'll just have to see.
Guys, can I just put this to bed right now? Riyad Mahrez is not coming back to Manchester City. Can we stop doing it?
We're not going to bring in a 34-year-old guy. I don't know.
People go one extreme to the other. They go from a 16-year-old to a 34-year-old.
We already tried that with Gundogan. And, all
so you're going to have Mamu, Semenyo, Doku, MONGA, Makeda. What if Savio
people
leave?
need to. People are weird at times.
So our squad wasn't good enough last season, and now everyone's going into the squad with a bunch of kids.
I don't think that the squad was not good enough last season.
I
Disagree
do.
with that notion. Yeah, I disagree with that notion, to be honest.
I thought our bench was piss poor last year.
I think that's mostly because we had a lot of injuries during the season, so we had to just keep putting players where they don't really fit.
Felix Nemecha isn't. We're not interested in him.
Very good player, though. Very good player.
I know I've got Ariano and Matthew behind the scenes, and we'll bring you on in a minute, guys. I'm just going to do this super chat very quickly. Stephen, thank you very much, mate, for your very generous £5. Thank you. Hope this finds you in better spirits, Martin. Thank you so much, Stephen. It's very, very kind of you. Dylan, have you got anything you want to add or where we want to go before we bring Oriana in, mate?
I'm just chilling, bro.
Yo, Dylan, yeah.
But
Dylan is just a chill dude, man.
yeah, man.
Give us your prediction for USA Belgium before you go, Dylan.
Balogun hat trick and
There you go.
one Doku goal. And yeah.
So you 3-1. You got a 3-1 US.
Yeah, 3-1.
Okay, there you go, my man.
Come on, Belgium. 5-0 the Belgians.
Come on, Holland.
You can be quiet, you're out.
Damn.
Come on, Holland.
You're out. You got dicked on. Your team's shit. Deal with it.
Come on, Holland, mate.
Yeah.
All because England goes to the Azteca. And do it for the boys. It's coming home. Yes, we like it.
Have Marty even watched the game? Let's be honest about that
I
one.
did watch the game. Thank you very much. I watch good games. Did you watch your crap game?
Of course I did. I watch every game.
Yeah.
I support my nation, Martin. I just don't, Martin. I watch my nation. I don't watch only when they're good. I watch them when they're bad and when they're good.
Pathetic penalty.
Jude Bellingham. You gotta give him his flowers, man.
Fuck him. Guy's fucking terrible.
Gotta get man. He can be terrible, but he
amazing.
can put the ball in the back of the net.
Fucking terrible. Setting merchant.
Yeah, we're not buying unless we sell at the moment. Mahrez, Foden did. Martin heard that Savio. Yes, Savio may end up staying as well.
Yeah, because I've been seeing that Spurs don't want to pay what we evaluate him as.
No, we're not in for Diamanda. Not at the price. Not at the price. Right, we'll add Matthew in. Good evening, Matthew.
You all right, boys?
Go on, Matthew. What would you like to speak about?
Well, I just wanted to mention regarding what you were talking about before about USA having that player overturned, the yellow card overturned. You know how it happened with Ronaldo? Ronaldo should have missed 3 group stage games. He was for violent conduct. But they overturned it for him and let him play.
And it was corruption.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really.
At least that was violent conduct. I mean, when he did that, it was violent conduct. He elbowed a guy, played for an Irish player, and was Mr. Friendly. Well, it was with the USA guy.
It's not really any news that the FIFA. It's not really news that FIFA is corrupt in it. Like,
I don't think
but
it sets a precedent now. If anyone gets sent off in a World Cup, they can just delay it going down the road.
I mean, they have to
because the only issue was the fact that couldn't appeal it in the World Cup, could they? They couldn't appeal, which is stupid in my opinion. You know, they couldn't appeal.
Just clarify this. Sorry to interrupt. I never said low fat that MONGA was shit. What I'm saying is if we're putting our eggs into a 16-year-old, then our standards are our standards have gone to the floor. I don't
on that one, Martin.
Standards when people are backing a 16-year-old for first team football.
Are they doing that, or are they backing them for the squad, the 25 to be part of, that squad?
But what makes him go into it ahead of Makeda?
Well, he's probably better than Makeda, don't I? He's released his experience like championship football, hasn't he? Where Makeda hasn't.
Makeda's played in the FA Cup, though.
Yeah. How many games has this guy played? Or less, do we know?
Jeremy Monga, he has played. See, we've had a Leicester fan in earlier on in the chat, and he was saying he's okay, but he's not ready for the big time.
Yeah.
I think people are getting more hype because we're hijacked him from Arsenal.
Well, I do watch YouTube videos, and he looks good on YouTube as well. So.
Yeah, but Georgia Samras look good on YouTube. He played 921 minutes in the championship, 1 goal, 2
Yeah.
assists.
Jeez.
You know, my issue is, so I think the ref has already said he wants the biggest squad. So you obviously have two players in each position, and then maybe a good young player that can come in if needed. That's what you do with the young kids. Obviously, if they're not good enough to do that, then we've got the point of having them at the club, get rid of them. But if they are good enough to do that, and we should give them a try.
Listen, I don't know anything about him because I didn't watch Leicester City last year.
Plastic fan.
I didn't watch Leicester City. And I don't think you learn
plastic fan.
anything on. I don't think you learn anything on YouTube either.
Well, does anybody know what young players are going on the pre-season?
On the pre-season, I don't know what's going on in the chat, but what do you mean about Tariq? Isn't Tariq a mod? That's quite rude. I haven't. What you on about Tariq? What? What are you on about? Explain what you mean, Spider Protects. I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. Right, yeah. The players going expected on the Maresca tour will be, as of now, because they're expected back on July the 20th, which is Monday. The first players will start reporting back. The ones that will report back will be Donnarumma, Rico Lewis, Jack Grealish, Calvin Phillips before he goes on loan, Phil Foden, and Nico Gonzalez. Adding to those 5, City have a number of promising youngsters. So Victor Hayes, Max Lane, Juma Barr, Claudio Echeverri, Divine Mikasa, and Sirvine Naipa.
That's decent.
And also Jeremy Monga could report as well.
I was going to say, yeah, because he's supposed to be on loan at, what was it, Stockport County, wasn't he? What he's after.
Yeah, Ollie Watmuth is going on the tour before he goes and joins. Stockport County.
Because I'd argue he'd be better being used instead of Bartonelli as our third choice goalkeeper in the Champions League because he's both club trained and homegrown. You're not reckon? He's not going to play anyway, is he? None of them ever play.
Martin, why do you think we're moving so slow? Because we're not back. We haven't sold anyone, mate. We haven't got any room at the minute.
Everybody's
They're not
moving slow.
buy a player if they can't guarantee selling anyone.
And everybody's moving slow right now, so it's not something that sits.
PSG, Jarvis, we're not PSG. Why does everyone keep comparing us to PSG?
Because that's the standard, Martin.
I'm bored of the PSG debate. We're not PSG. For a start off, we're bigger. We're more established. We weren't made in the 70s.
But more,
To be fair, they do have two Champions Leagues.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything to do with the standard, though.
What?
I think the standard is just who's playing the best and who's being run the best at that time.
No, to be fair, they do have won back-to-back Champions Leagues.
What's that got to do with PSG?
No, we're just talking about the standard.
No, they're talking about PSG.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah, because they're in an inferior league. They get easier games.
Oh, when Donnarumma wins the treble, nothing about the inferior league comes out. Come on, Martin.
Don't tell
do
me
this.
League One is as competitive as the Premier League.
Don't use the treble from Donnarumma ever again.
Don't what?
Don't use the treble for Donnarumma ever again, then.
Well, no, you can't say he's talking about winning the Champions League.
FA Cup and the because you like to say that Donnarumma is this treble winner.
Your Donnarumma hate again. We're not doing.
No, it's not about Donnarumma hate. It's about being consistent. No, it's about being consistent. If you're saying that if you're saying that the Liga doesn't matter, then there's no treble really.
I never said it didn't matter. See, you are doing what everyone does. You are taking what I say and timing it by 1,000.
You said it was inferior.
Said it was inferior. Didn't say it was a bad league.
It's all that.
Inferior league.
So can you count it? So what's the conclusion of your sentence then?
What he's saying is PSG have won their league by March, is basically what he's saying, which gives them plenty of time to rest players in the Champions League.
That wasn't the case this season, and I don't think it was the case that season either. was actually quite decently close.
What was the point difference this year? It was about 20 points, wasn't it?
No,
No, it wasn't 20 points.
it was like 12, 13. Liverpool
Oh,
won
there you go.
the league by February. Liverpool won the league by February. They still didn't win the Champions League.
That was
so-
1 year.
Yeah, but they're playing against
Yeah, City
competitive.
won the league by
Yeah.
January in the Centurions, and we didn't win the league, the Champions
So
League.
you're having to go back 10 years now.
Martin, it's not like it's not because
So-
a league is.
Right,
This thing, this notion is not
Do not tell me League One is the same as Premier League, because it isn't.
physically speaking. Yeah, that they're about the same level as in physicality. Yeah, players might be better in the Premier League, but physically speaking,
That's
it's
why all the top
very
players
similar.
all the top players go to League One.
Well, a lot of them do actually.
No, they go to PSG. And that's it.
Yeah,
They go
that's
there.
Liga, isn't it?
They go there for the money. Don't let's not do that.
Yeah, apart from PSG, all the other teams are a step up for Premier League clubs, aren't they? As soon as the Premier League clubs come in, for whether it be Crystal Palace or whether it be, they go there, don't they? Because they know.
And
Why do
also,
you think-
PSG get helped in the Champions League. We don't. They get
Why do you
their
think
game.
most of the most of the signings
Alright, Andrew, don't
from
speak
Liga? Sorry.
I was just trying to the chat. Spartacus,
Okay.
you're not going to, mate, it's just your opinion. I don't want to get any debate of League One in the Premier League. Right. I really like MONGA. He's so positive. Again, I'm not seeing a lot of him. I think people are getting a bit hyped on him, again, because of the Arsenal thing. If it had been linked with Wolves, nobody would. If we'd have hijacked Wolverhampton Wanderers for this move, or hijacked Fulham, nobody's doing this because we've hijacked Arsenal.
But do you think the difference is Maresca? Because we tried to go for him last season, he didn't sign with us.
What?
We tried to go for MONGA last summer, and he didn't sign for us. He wanted to stay at Leicester instead.
Yeah,
That's
we're
fine.
only 15 left.
But I've heard all this over Naipan. People told me Naipan was going to be a superstar. And we beat Arsenal and Aston Villa to Naipan. And where did he end up playing?
No, but I think since
Maresca. End up playing.
I think Maresca, since Maresca is the coach and has coached him, I think that shows more evidence that maybe we will see him eventually than a Naipan. Did Pep even know Naipan?
You might see him in cup games, yeah, in the early rounds.
That's when people are talking, Martin. Nobody's talking about dropping him against Liverpool.
No, I would rather give Ryan McKay the minutes because he's earned it coming through the academy.
If Maresca thinks he's better than McKay, we say we're going to back the manager, right?
I'm going to minute, but this is my point. Everyone was on McKay hype last season, telling me McKay was the next one up. Now you've all fucked him off because we've hijacked Arsenal to a
Nobody's
deal.
fucking him off.
This is the bit I don't like. I find it new toy syndrome and double standards. Everyone was on the McKay hype train. And now something new's come along. They're all ready to ditch McKay out. That's the bit I don't like about it. That's not being fair.
I don't think nobody's saying ditch. I
You
don't
really
think
back
people
the
are
player.
ditching him.
If you can't afford to give minutes to both Makeda and Monga. If you give the minutes to Makeda, the minutes are not going to be there for Monga. And you're not going to develop one of them.
One might get loaned out, right? One might get loaned
Yeah,
out.
but then the one that's going to get loaned out is probably going to be the one that hasn't been here for the longest time. And it doesn't make sense for you to loan the player who you've been molding and transforming into this player that you want him to be and then loan him out. Doesn't make sense, does it?
Well, if we loan Makeda out, it's going to be to a championship club to see if he can hack it in the championship. And we know Monga kind of can to a certain extent. Obviously, he needs to be tested over a longer period, but he's done basically what people have said he's done in the championship. He's done well against physical teams.
I would argue that our training sessions are higher level than the championship.
You're playing against men, physical men who want to, we see a tricky winger and I go, let's go in, be the bosses here, and they're gonna, they're going to heavy tackle him if he played against men. So when he tried tricks, and they go, I'm not having that, and they're crunching, whereas you don't get that in the EDS or.
No, I don't mean the EDS. I mean the first team training sessions.
Yeah.
And the Premier League, you don't really see people punching each other, do you?
Well, any younger academy say we send them out to the championship for a reason, to see if they can play men's football, because we're not unlike in Barcelona, where the B team plays men's football. We don't do that in England, so that's why we send them out. So you've already got MONGA who's done that, and kind of don't have to really send them out as much, or maybe for half a season, maybe.
But did Maresca mold MONGA?
I don't know.
He'd have been 15 when he had him at Leicester, wouldn't he?
I don't think he was moulding a 15-year-old.
He wouldn't have been allowed out after 9 o'clock.
Yeah, he only had him for 1 year, really. Yeah, I think people are putting too much hype into the. Will Vic Tays be in the squad next year? We don't know. That's going to depend on the squad ratio levels for UEFA. Good evening to you. How are you?
I could have said about Victor Reese, yeah. Remember a player called Douglas Luiz, right? And Pep liked him, wanted him, but couldn't get work permit for him. Yeah, Aston Villa could. So that's just exactly the same thing that applies to Victor Reese. How are we going to get work permit for him?
Hayes already has the working permit.
Sorry, hang on. I'm going to come to Baba.
No, it's based on what they believe he might play, the chances of him playing in the future. We said Aston Villa, there's more chance of him playing for Aston Villa, whereas for Man City, there was no chance of him playing regularly, so Man City could be had Rodri and De Bruyne. That's why he didn't get a work permit.
This is my concern here, right? So, Baba, I get what you're saying, mate. Makeda was a right wing, Wang was a left wing. I don't see why they can't both thrive in the team. Because if we're relying on Makeda and MONGA to be our backups and come in and learn, then something's gone wrong somewhere.
Well, to be fair, a lot of things have been going wrong in the background.
Something's gone wrong somewhere then. Again, I don't mean it's in a disrespectful way. We're not Brighton and Hove Albion.
How dare you?
Why have I become the standard bearer and all of you have gone down to League One level?
Wait a minute, weren't you just trying to back the academy? Wait a minute.
No, I want to back the academy, but I'm not sticking 6 and 7 of them in.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think anybody's saying they should be playing every week. I think they should be saying they should be there. I'd say
I don't want them on the bench.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be bench options in the Premier League. I'm sorry, they shouldn't. Are you telling me if we're getting beat by Arsenal, they should be an option to come off the bench?
No, but there should be an option to, every now and again, bring them on if 20 minutes at the end or something. I don't know.
Martin, the reality is that if you're not...
Hey, Martin, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can barely hear you. I know you're on the road, mate.
Yeah, sorry. I'm driving down the highway, but I don't want to be Arsenal screaming about Max Dowman. He's the best thing since sliced bread and all this other stuff, right? We got young kids in our academy. Makeda was one. We're potentially going to bring in this MONGA chick, a dude. But again, those are people that fill out the squad, not people that you depend on, in my opinion, right? It's just my opinion, but I don't think they're people that we should be depending on. They would be third or fourth, probably fourth string for any one of those positions on the wing. Now, Makeda, I do agree that I agree with you, Martin. He's been there. He's been a part of our setup for longer. So he would, in my opinion, have a leg up on MONGA. But that's what the preseason tour is for. They're both going to get a chance to go out there and play in a Maresca system, not with the first team around them, but they're going to be able to see what they do in that system. And they're going to jockey for position with each other. But much like what we saw from Oscar Bob when he came to the U.S., lit up the tour, but he immediately ended up getting hurt, and pretty much immediately got hurt. and it didn't really matter for much. So it's very early in both of these kids' formation and formative being formed. So I don't think we should get too stuck on, oh, we got to see them right away. Give them time; they'll come good eventually. And if they don't, then we'll move them on. But they'll get their chance. But I'm not in a rush to see them personally.
See, Andrew, Tariq agrees with me because Tariq's reasonable and he talks sense. So he agrees with me.
We were all saying that.
No, you weren't. You were going the last 20 minutes of a game.
I didn't say that. Whoa, I didn't say that.
Name
You did. You did
the
that.
last academy player.
I
who was
said no. I
20
said
minutes
cup
ago.
games. Let me repeat myself. I said cup games, right?
Right.
And I said you bringing in Dye, right? And
Right.
as the
So if
fourth
we were
choice,
playing Liverpool,
and I said as the fourth choice, you would have the
Cup
academy
games
youngster
you
there
what?
for injury's sake.
Cup games of what? Up to what level of cup games?
Like the Huddersfield.
Right, so we're talking the second round. So you want to keep Jeremy Monga around for one game.
And also because, McAdoo too, because of the club train. Yeah.
Right. I don't want to wait. It doesn't matter. McAdoo's not club trained because he's too. Right. Let's stop. Just think about this. These are the people who are telling me BOUADDI should go on loan to Lille. Why should BOUADDI go on loan to Lille when he's potentially going to be the Brodry backup, but Jeremy Monga should stick around for one?
That's because of what Lille's asking for. Lille is saying that's in the stipulations of the deal, Martin.
Lamine Yamal has caused this. Because you're all after the next 16 and 17-year-old.
What caused this? Because these youngsters don't want to sit and wait anymore. So they want to go off.
Martin, did you advocate for Phil Foden to be sent out alone?
Yes. That was many years. That was about 9 years ago.
So you didn't support him being at the club and that and getting every now and again coming on and getting minutes in cup games?
Wasn't getting any minutes. He played one game and then you didn't see him for 4 months.
Right.
I think that's pointless.
So you don't think he should have gone out on loan?
Not now, but BOUADDI's different. I'm not saying BOUADDI plays one game. I'm giving BOUADDI 1,500 minutes.
Because obviously with Foden, he was deemed to be
games, you let him play
future world class. And everybody wanted him on loan, and everybody was saying, no, don't send him out on loan. We want him in and around the pub working with the David Silvers of the world. And every now and again, they'd be happy if he came on and played like 10 minutes at the end or this, that, the other, or played in the odd cup game. That's what I think that's all people are advocating.
I just think 4 years ago, no one would have asked us to do this.
Yeah, it's finding a balance, isn't it?
For 4 years
ago, good enough,
we had
but
the
not
on our bench. No one was saying bring a 16. No one gave Cole Palmer that opportunity.
Well, we don't have that level of talent anymore.
Right, so why can't we buy players to build the academy up? Why is every player we buy got to be straight into the first team? Because everyone told me that Naipan was going into the first team. He played for the EDS.
That'll never happen.
You buy them with an aim to be
First went out on loan. Wait, he first went out on loan at Middlesbrough.
Right.
First of all.
And then he came back, and where did he go when he come back, Ed?
No, he went to the EDS.
Right. What I'm trying to say is anytime you say Monga or Jeremy or McAdoo have to play in the EDS, people get a bit upset about it. I don't get why.
No, yeah. I think it should be a fluctuation between the EDS and some cup games or something like that.
I'm going to say, no, you know me, I'll say it as it is. I think because we've hijacked from Arsenal, that's what everyone's loving at the minute.
Of course.
We're loving the hijack from Arsenal part.
Who doesn't love a good hijack?
Big up, Wazza. Hope you're well, mate. Lil 130 says no thanks. Well, I'm just going to do these and then I want to ask a question. Wazza, member for 5 months, sir. You are a legend. Thank you very much. And Juliet has renewed for her 3-year anniversary. Thank you so much. And then Wazza with a £2. You kind, generous person, you. I've got my beady eyes on you lot, fairy. Listen, you don't need your beady eyes on us because we don't look that far down in the table, mate.
And look at this, Martin. What's that? Newcastle just bought somebody, and he's what, 19, 20-year-old, and they want this guy starting.
Because it's Newcastle.
Newcastle are fucking shit.
What are we doing? This is what I'm saying.
I just had to do that. I just had to say that, Martin. I'm sorry. I just had to say that.
I'm telling me we should compete with Newcastle for their signings.
That was more of a Newcastle jab than us.
The point I'm making is what's happened to everyone's standards, as they call them.
Well, Martin, you already have Semenyo and Doku, and you're going to get another one, like a Sevilla or Ndiaye. So what's
wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong. But I'm saying you're going to have, and what's wrong with having the academy right after that?
Because they're not going to play.
What's the point of it?
You're not going to keep the player if you don't give him the minutes, and if he's not going to stay to play literally 2-3 games a season, which are not even going to be full 90s. They're probably going to be like 15 minutes in each game. They're just not going to stay for that. And that's the reality of football nowadays.
I think this is part of my issue a little bit. Jeremy Docker's at the end, and I'm a bit passionate about this. Why buy kids when you have your own? When I'm seeing the likes of Heska leaving, and there's other players thinking of leaving as well, by the way, can you blame them when you're going buying 10 and 12 million pound on 16-year-olds? Can you blame them?
I agree with that. But the point of the academy is something.
On the flip side,
when we get players to play in the first team, if they're not quite good enough, then you make a profit off them. You know, that's the point of it. So the aim should always be: is he good enough for the first team? Obviously, you've got a higher standard at ManCity if you're talking about, higher quality caliber. But if you're not good enough, then you go. But the aim should be: are they good enough? And you don't know if they're good enough until you try them there.
If they leave, just put bye-bye clauses in.
What you about to say, Tariq?
No, I was just going to say basically the same thing. At the end of the day, we got to give the kids a chance so we can see what they have. And at the end of the day, the best player is going to play. So if Jeremy Monga or Emil Heskey or whoever, if they show well for themselves in preseason, they'll get their opportunity. But you're going to have to earn it. Nobody's going to give it to you. And this isn't a charity. We're not handing out minutes just for the sake of it. You got to come out here and earn it. I do think, though, that there is something to be said for those players who aren't going to get regular time with the first team, whether that be in training or whatever, then they probably do need to go on loan. And to your point, Martin, about, well, what about the people that are already in the academy? Right, we see those kids. We develop an affection for those kids because they're homegrown or they're local or whatever. But sometimes the kid coming in new is just flat out better, and they're going to get more playing time. We don't know that until we see it. But there's plenty of people who just don't make it. I forget the left winger who came on the tour a couple seasons ago, played against Bayern. I forget his name. I can't think of it at the moment. Not left winger, left back. But
Wilson Asbjørn, I think.
Who?
Wilson Asbjørn, I think.
Yep. Played well.
He's still on our books.
Give him a chance, and he's never gotten a chance. And that just tells me that you can play good for a day, you can play good for a week. For the 3 weeks of the preseason, when everybody around you is the level is a little bit lower, but if you're not consistently bringing it every day in, day out in training, you're just not gonna get that opportunity, regardless of how much I, as a fan, want to see you. The coaching staff don't care, but they don't have that. I mean, they do have an affection for the academy to an extent, but they're about wins and losses now, because if we don't win, Maresca's out. Regardless of how many of those academy kids come through, if we don't win, he's going to be out. So he wants to win. That's where his first commitment is to trying to win. He's going to put the best team out there, and if they want those minutes, they got to be a part of that best team. So we'll see. Yeah,
but that's the thing. I mean, Wilson Espán's a great example. Man of the match against Bayern Munich out in America was amazing, and everyone said, we all stayed up till about 2 a.m. and we watched him, and we all thought this Wilson Espán should be our left back. going
Who's
into the season.
Snellsprint? Who's that guy? I don't know who that is.
And we never heard of him again. I heard the same for Kabore. Do you remember Kabore? Kabore was going to be our next.
Oh, don't get me started on that guy. Everybody wanted us to bring Kabore in when Roger went down.
The guy's had more loans than Sainsbury's Bank. We've got to just chill a little bit here, is all I'm saying. I'm not saying Jeremy MONGA won't be good. I'm not saying McCady won't be good. But it's the hype people are putting on it.
Just say calm.
Yeah, because there's also the Carlos Forbes of the world, right? Who got binned off early and then ended up at Ajax or wherever, and so he's doing well for himself and he's making his way. But if you ask most people, they would say that he's a failed academy product. He never made it through, so on and so forth. Now, why that is, I don't know, but he seems to be doing well. Sometimes they just need a little bit more time, and some of it is they need consistent minutes, which they're just not going to get at this level. They're just not. So you got to go someplace else and develop, and that's why we've been putting those buyback clauses and things like that, because we know in order for you to really become who you could potentially become, you're going to have to go away, and we're hoping that you go away, get those minutes, prove yourself, and then we'll bring you right back. But that doesn't hit for everybody. So, well,
but by the way, I mean, I think it's like Max Dowman. All the Arsenal fans will get Max Dowman into a title race. Let's go. Arteta's like, calm down. He's 16. This is not the time. The kid's got to be in bed by 10 p.m. Yeah. You want him to chuck him into a title race.
Everybody hypes youngsters like Rio.
Yeah,
the kid is literally growing. Like he's literally still growing.
See, I am a big advocate of the youngsters.
Liverpool fans want Rio to start.
No, that's why they don't win anything anymore. Like, let's be honest about this one.
Rio.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go on, Spike. I should about say the exact same thing I'm about.
Yeah, you can't just throw an academy kid onto a title race and think everything is going to be all right. It's not like they're not developed enough. Some of them are literally still growing. We need to give them the time to develop both mentally, physically, and in the game. Like it's not as simple as, oh, this kid is here, he's very good in the academy, let's bring him on for 15 minutes at the end of the game. No, you don't do that. You want to keep your kid, but the problem is that to keep those players, you need to give them those minutes. So that's a little bit of a catch-23 here, because you can't really just loan them out either, because they're just gonna fuck off if you do so. So that's the situation that most clubs are in right now. They just have to understand that, yeah, sometimes you just can't keep a player, and that's all there is to it.
Perfect example. Anyone remember Rico Lewis?
Yeah.
We hyped him to the moon and back. Now everyone's selling him for a bag of crisp and a can of dandelion and burdock.
Yeah.
I'd like to give him a go. I think, just try him with something different. He could be better in the field with somebody with Elliot and Anderson and BOUADDI helping him.
And who you drop?
I think Rico can be a very good player.
He's good in the pockets, isn't he? Good at getting in pockets and finding space tactically aware.
Are you going to drop Cherky and Foden for him, though?
I dropped him.
No, but
fuck it, we don't need to keep it.
That's the problem. I think this is the thing. We can't give everyone a go. This is not sports day at primary school where everyone gets a medal.
But what we'll point out, though, if we do go to sell for Rico Lewis, we'll get more money for better mere fact he's played Champions League football for Man City. He's played Premier League football for Man City. And you can say, well, why do you want 40 million for him? Well, because he's played this many games. Not quite good enough, but he's played this many games. If you don't do that, we're not going to get as much money for him.
Andrew said it. There's a Leicester fan in the chat saying, great talent, but not quite ready for the top level. No one's saying he won't be a talent. No one's saying we don't give him the Carabao Cup early rounds. I'm not saying that. But this 20 minutes at the end of a game is craziness. I'd rather be giving Omar Mamouche those minutes if he stays.
That's another situation as well. Like, how do you keep, if you're doing that? Yeah. How do you keep the rest of the squad who needs those minutes more than the academy kid, and it's going to be a lot more impactful and through the season happy?
I've got
At
some
the end of
news
the day,
on
we've
that.
already got ourselves. What do we want the academy for? Do we want it to use players from Man first team if they're good enough, or do we not? If we don't, then that's fair enough. We said,
I think a
sell them
little
on.
bit, little bit of both, Matthew. To be totally honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Every player they sign, he's potentially going to be a first team player, and then they go, sorry, not quite good enough. We'll let him go. We'll make money from him. But you have to, try it. You can know his potential. Well, how do you do that? Send him off to these City football group teams who are not quite good enough, or do you loan him out, or do you try him in the Premier League for a few games? Loan him out to other Premier League clubs would be ideal, but not every Premier League club will do that.
City may not be moving for a right back.
Huh?
How would you feel about that?
Fine.
I'd be fine with that. Don't think
Let's
we need one.
trust Nunes.
What will we do if Nunes gets injured?
Just gonna have to find a way.
Yeah, I think that's a mistake.
What is?
Not getting a fullback.
Not getting a fullback is a mistake, in my opinion. Again, I don't think we need a starter, but we need someone that can play in a similar style to Nunes. And I don't think that Rico Lewis is the option, especially if we're going to get rid of him. We don't have someone that can come in and play the same way. I know a lot of people will say, well, we could put Kuznetsov there, but the style of play is so drastically different that I think it would take away from us. I personally, I'm of the opinion that we have to go get somebody that can play and back up Nunes and play the same way.
My issue is that we're possibly
Maresca will play one fullback that inverts either side. He might do it. He might say, well, we'll have Guardiola on the left and we'll have the guy on the right invert. Or he might say, well, play Kuznetsov on the right and we'll have the guy on the left invert. Either way, as long as one's inverting, it doesn't matter which side. And he might change it about depending on who we're playing. For one game, he might say, we'll have Guardiola next to Ake and Diaz. Sorry, Guardiola next to Diaz and what's his name, the England guy, I can't think of his name now, and then we'll have one at right back who will invert, or we'll do it the other way around, have the one at right back that stays, becomes a 3, and the one on the left back that inverts, it becomes a 3, with one of them inverting either side.
Or we might use another midfielder as a right back.
Which is why he'll have an extra centre back. He'll use Vitalis or Kuznetsov.
The problem with Kuznetsov at fullback is that even if you are playing a back 3, the wider centre back, he needs to be very good in possession, because he's a player that you entrust in carrying the ball up the pitch and finding a pass to break the first line. And I don't think Kuznetsov is ready for that pressure yet. It's a very no.
Oh no!
Hayes needs another load.
Make some good long range passing.
Yeah. Someone's just sent me a meme about Belgium and USA later on, and they've got ice arresting Lukaku when he scores. They've got Donald Trump in the crowd saying, "Get him!" Jesus. Oh, it's funny.
Scoring against the US will be.
Sorry for our US friends. It is funny though the way that's gone on. The last 24 hours.
People are hate watching us. It's okay.
It's because you've become a little bit arrogant in the last couple of weeks, Ed. A little bit arrogant.
What are you talking about?
Now.
Hey,
you become prime Brazil the way you're all talking at the minute.
Man, if we get to the quarterfinals,
you can tell your country's been starved of success in football.
Hey, man!
Is this the furthest?
You saw
is this the furthest you've ever gone?
Past that round against Spartacus team. It means a lot.
Was a no. We don't want someone with cheese strings. Libermento's not happening, mate. Elliot, good evening. Hi, my Brazilian friend. How's Vinny Jr. getting on? I think that's directed at you.
Shit, as always. I don't know. Vinny's. I never rated Vinny, so there you go.
Did you agree with Ancelotti to give the penalty to Bruno?
I don't think that's true, by the way.
Would you give Pep the job?
For Brazil?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that link today with Brazil, yeah.
But I don't think I think now what Brazil needs is continuity. If you look at the top nations, France, the Champs has about 12 years on the job. The guy at Argentina, he's got 6 years. The guy at Spain, he's got, I think, 6 years as well. So you need to give a coach time for him to develop what he wants to do and to understand the players that he has. We gave Ancelotti 8 games.
Yeah, probably what I was saying, where's the flair players gone? They had 2 holding players, Samero and the guy, Guerrero. They're good work rate players, but where's the Kaka? Where's the Fernando? Where's the Ronaldo or Ronaldinho? We've got none anymore. They're all big, they're more physical.
Those were supposed to be Rafinha, Rodrigo, and Vini Jr., but Rafinha got injured and Rodrigo got an ACL. So, and then we got Paqueta in there. Then we got Paqueta there, who was playing. Paqueta was playing very well, but then he got an injury as well. Then we had Wesley, but he also got injured. Then we had Militão, but he also got injured. But then we got Paqueta again, and then he got injured again. Like it was a mess. It was a mess.
I mean, Brazil usually they have got 1 or 2 like flair players that have been about open up the door or something. They don't see any at all now. They're still big. They've got more big physical, players, which Ancelotti's good with. He was like at Real Madrid, wasn't he? But where's the flair? I want to see Brazil back.
I think we have a couple of those. I think Andrés Santos at Chelsea is there. I think also Estevão at Chelsea is there. I think we have one in Savio. I think Ryan, the kid at Bournemouth, he's going to be a great player in the future. But again, 19 or 18, I think. We're just very young, and we're in between.
Go to Europe, where you've got to be more physical. Whereas, in Brazil and that, they let them show the flair, don't they?
Yeah.
Whereas, soon as you go and play in Europe, it's more about work rate and physicality to a certain extent.
I think those players, they have the physicality and the skills as well. I think especially Estevão and Savio, they do have a lot of technical ability and the flair, but they've just been injured or just not been good enough or anything on those lines. So I think they're going to be fine in the future, but right now, just in between the generations right now, in my opinion. Went from that 2018 team who was decent to this team right now who's not as decent.
DK says, sell ain't Nori and bring Livramento. Livramento's not on the list anymore. He's too injured.
For what? No.
Andy's the other side anyway, isn't he? He's a right back.
Maresca wants Gusto. I mean, I don't mind Gusto. I think Gusto's a good player for what the system dictates. I wouldn't pay 75 mil. It's not my money. I think if Gusto was 50, 55, I'd be more than happy with it. I think 75. I think they're taking the piss a little bit. But hey ho. Pardo Oaks, by the way, just tell me, was that at me? Because I'm having a bit of a laugh, mate. I don't know if you know, I've had a very rough few weeks. So I'm having a little bit of a laugh. I'm not being arrogant, I'm having a laugh, mate. Bit of banter, because I've had a very bad few weeks. So, yeah. Do you reckon Pep will be back as our gaffer in a few years? No.
I think Pep is gone from club football. I don't think he ever comes back.
Brazil are showed the real Brazil I grew up seeing Rivaldo, Kaká and Mario. Yeah, 100%. I don't think you'll ever get that back, Andrew. Though. I think those teams come once in a lifetime. Those sort of teams. A bit like the City team from the treble year. Once in a lifetime.
I think I might be wrong, but I think because you want to play in Europe, a lot of them aim to play in Europe where the money is. And I think
I don't know if you want to explain who that was at and what it's about. Mate,
what?
I don't know if you want to explain. We will get me a BOUADDI and he'll cover right back in mid. BOUADDI is someone they are still after. a lot of money.
I like the
Hey,
Nahi
where's this
better.
idea about BOUADDI playing as a right back? Has he played? Does he play right back for his club or something?
Right
Where
back.
does that
No,
come from?
FIFA, don't time him out just because.
They say he's like a right back midfielder.
I mean, to be
Is it
fair,
just
he
because
wouldn't
of,
be
is
the
it just
first
because of the
midfield.
Maresca system? Because I mean, I know he's a DM. I'm just trying to understand where the right back comes from and why. And I know Pep can put people anywhere and it typically works, but I don't know. The idea of grabbing a player and just saying, "Oh, you can play right back," it feels like we diminish the value of what the right back does. Now, again, Pep has a track record of being able to put midfielders into those positions as outside backs and do well, but I don't know. It just feels like we just assume anybody can do it.
I
Steve
think
says,
that's
Mike, I
acceptable.
thought you was an ITK. Where's all the transfer news? It's like the quiet. Don't believe me. Everyone's quiet at the minute. I'm no ITK, mate. The people I get the info from are the ITK. I'm not the ITK. Yes,
You're
it's very,
only
very
an ITK on my channel, Martin. On this channel, you're the host, you're the owner, or whatever else you want to call yourself, but you're an ITK on my channel.
The ITK section on Tariq's channel, yeah. Would we rather spend 75 and Gusto or go without a backup? That I don't know. I don't know what the club are thinking at the moment. Have you heard any new midfield names? The only one, big up FIFA, hope you well, mate. The only name was Alex Scott. That's been added to the list. I don't know how serious that link is or that interest is. Alex Scott's a name that's appeared.
Yeah, Bournemouth said they're not selling him. They're not going to sell him.
I think I know people kept asking about Adam Wharton. Don't believe he's not a plastic, mate. Chill out. He's just I think prices are way overhyped at the minute.
I mean, if we're willing to play 130 for Nahi, then surely 100 for Watson is not gonna scare City away, innit?
I don't think they want Wharton, mate. I think it was Wharton or
This makes no sense.
Anderson.
This is.
I keep telling you that there's been nothing on Wharton for over a year.
I know that, but that makes no sense because they're nowhere near the same profile. It's like saying Kante and
The way they want to
Busquets are the
use
same
them,
type of player.
the way they want to use them.
Yeah, but if you want to use Watson to do what Anderson does, you don't. They're not. Then he's not going to do it. But if you want to use Anderson for what Watson does, he's not going to do it either. Very
So
different
you want
players.
Wharton to do what Rodri does, sit and hold, and then
Yeah.
let Anderson be like
For me,
box to box.
it's just a deep
You
line.
want both.
playmaker.
Both is the best. Jiggle.
Someone's asking me about Camavinga. Real Madrid were the ones who offered Camavinga. City said no. City said no to Camavinga. Camavinga was offered. Mourinho doesn't want Camavinga. Camavinga doesn't want to leave Madrid.
Damn.
So
Would
Camavinga.
Sorry.
Go on, Matthew. Sorry, mate.
Well, would you sign that young Mexican player that played 16-year-old? Apparently, he's got the same agent as Erling Haaland, apparently. We're talking about, obviously, next year when he's 18, he can go. Can't leave Mexico until he's 18. But he's a player that everybody's after, like. Would you be interested in having him?
No. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think we need to come away from the young 18, 19-year-olds. We need to start getting some ready-made players.
Yeah. He's a good player, but at the same time, he's
That's a
young.
bit ageist, Martin.
No, it's not ages, because I think over the last 18 months we've bought a lot of. I know you're only winding up. We've bought a lot of young lads. Kushinov was young. Victor Hayes was young. Naipan was young. Echeverri was young. Juma Bar's young. I think we've kind of done that a little bit. We've got
They'll be on
to
PC. We've got him on
ready-made.
Be on Alexa. No, pause. That's wrong.
To me, I don't. The thing is, the Chelsea model doesn't work.
Yeah.
The Chelsea model has never worked.
You've got to have a balance, haven't you?
What do you mean, Martin? They
balance.
won the Club World Cup. What do you mean
ninth.
it doesn't work?
Do you want to finish ninth?
Yeah, they're blaming it on Maresca, though, aren't they?
Alan, how can you hate people who you don't know? Behave. Alan Fanfat, no one of them is English. Right. Jesus, do you want to stop being like xenophobic, mate? Thank you. Zero interest in Camavinga, yeah. What's up? Everyone's been in a right touchy mood tonight. What's up with everyone in the chat? Calm me down, please. What's up with everyone? Right, is anything else anyone wants to add? Or anything?
Are you going to be doing any pre-season watch-alongs, Martin?
Nope. I'm going away on Tuesday night for 2 weeks, so you won't see me. I'm going away, getting drunk, enjoying myself.
Where you going?
Are we going to have any hot tub streams?
Nope. Because I'm going to Cyprus and I'm going having fun.
Wow, Jeremy Doku coming off the bench.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's not having a good settlement, is he?
No, he's been poor.
I think if City is really not going for right back, probably Victays. I don't know if Victays could be used at right back. Has anyone seen that? If he could be used?
I think he's more likely to be used in midfield than right back.
Any player that plays with a right back like that will have to be used as a part of a speed coming a centre half, part of a three, or an inverted one. So you can either do either that. If it's Victor Reese on right back, he'll be used as a part of a back three, and the left back will invert, or vice versa. So we can, yeah. Well, see why you can't do that? Because enough could do it, I suppose.
Yeah. Was it thank you for your kind £2 against Spartacus spot on we're suffering with minor injuries. It's coming from a Newcastle fan, was it? So he's suffering with that. And then Bevo, lovely to see you, mate, again. We have missed you and I hope you are well. Kevin Shelley will start for USA tonight versus Belgium after Donald Trump appeals to the FA that Georgia is a state in the US. Wow. He's done it twice. Didn't need to do it twice, mate. Thank you. Appreciate that, Bevo, and I hope you're well, mate. And we do miss you over on Not in a Lifetime, and I hope you are well. Yes, I will try and enjoy my time away at DC. Thank you so much, and thank you for your very kind email. Bet you do a Cyprus stream. I have said if anything breaks while I'm away, we will do a stream. If anything breaks.
Martin,
Yeah, LB does his holiday streams.
If England lose the next game to Norway, you're gonna get some messages and some phone calls.
Saturday night, I'm going to a fan zone on Saturday night at midnight because we're 2 hours ahead. So at midnight in Ayia Napa, I'll be in the fan zone.
And you're gonna be at Cyprus?
Yeah.
Is there fan zone on Cyprus?
Going to Nissa Beach.
Yes.
Yes, we did sign yesterday. I'm here now. Let's relax, chat. Free Balogun. Hashtag Trump is right. VAR is shit. Reinstate Ronaldo. Free winning show. Big up, Governor Martin. Hope you are well. Cyprus streaming coming. Something will break. Well, yeah, better be. It probably will break when I'm going away. Time off it, mate. Big up. Big up, DC. Saying, I'm on holiday myself. Yeah, I hope you all have a lovely time. England bringing it home. Listen, I hope they do. I've said my father has already said up in heaven he's going to bring England's World Cup home.
Yeah, I think he might have to wait a little bit on that one.
No, he's going to bring it home, I'm telling you.
Can't see fans, to be honest.
Tariq, are you still there?
I think it's probably not there anymore.
England are trash. We won in the Azteca. So no, we're not. Screw you. We won in the Azteca, which everyone said could not be done.
So we wanted the Azteca trophy. Sounds a lot like an Arsenal fan.
Did it with 10 men as well. At least we're still
Sounds
in
a lot like an Arsenal fan.
we're still in the World Cup, unlike your lot.
Martin, as I said before, mate, you
Don't
can
let
win.
Martin-
You can go
don't
like
let
four
Martin take
times.
credit for that. Sorry, go ahead, Spartacus.
No, Martin can still. We can still go for three World Cups without winning anything, and we're still gonna be ahead of them. So I'm not worried about England, that's for sure. Don't need to worry about Italy either now, because they can even get there, let alone win it. So there we go.
Tariq, how are you feeling tonight, mate?
Martin doesn't get to take credit.
The Belgian
Martin doesn't
game.
get to take credit for England because Martin has said on multiple occasions, on my streams at least, that he has zero interest in this World Cup. He
Zero.
does not care what England does. It's only because they're winning. Bandwagon fan, plastic England fan. Martin does not get to take credit for anything that England does.
Martin is a glory hunter confirmed.
USA.
Glory on
USA. USA.
Glory hunter Martin confirmed. There we
Right,
go.
so go on then. Tariq, Ed, how are you feeling for tonight?
I feel like we have a really good chance. You know, I don't know who we have to play after that. I think it will actually be
Spain, I
I
think.
think it's Spain.
yeah. So you know,
Argentina. Argentina
That would be hard, bro.
in the semis.
Yeah,
That's
Argentina
Spain,
is
then.
for England. England,
Yeah.
I think, has to play Argentina
That
if they
was-
beat Norway.
Yeah, we beat
Yeah.
Norway. We've got Argentina.
Damn.
And then France.
You know, so it's a tough road, but we just got to worry about tonight. And I think we have a really good chance. The team is playing really well. Belgium has not played great at this World Cup. They just survived by skin of their teeth last game. So
Come on, KDB.
We'll see what's going on. And I know I'm about to get a nap in before because I'm about to get lit.
You've not beaten Belgium since 2013.
And that's why we're on U.S. soil.
No, 1930 is the last
Right
time.
now, we have a chance.
1930, Jesus.
We have a chance.
My
You
God,
At the
know,
end of the
you've not
day,
beaten
right?
20
Our
Cape
years.
last
Verde
chance
could
to
score
win 10
two past
hours, stayed
Argentina.
16 chances against Belgium. You know, but
If Cape Verde could score two past Argentina, USA could score past Belgium.
Martin's had some shit going on in his life, I'm afraid. So, you know what I mean? I've kind of been a bit busy the last couple of weeks. But Tariq is right. I wasn't interested until we got to the knockout. I didn't
Glory
think we made it
hunter.
out of the group. I won't lie.
I was
didn't
just giving
think
you a
we'd
hard
make it out
time,
of the
Martin.
group.
you didn't
I
think you
didn't
make
think
it out
we-
the group. What?
I didn't think we'd make it out of the group. No, because I didn't rate this England team or Timmy Tuchel. I didn't rate him.
You could have
Glory
any coaching out
hunter.
of that group.
Listen, Tommy Tuchel has proved me wrong. I'll own up to that. He's proved me wrong. And I apologise to him. He's proved me wrong.
Also, but
Did you call
both
him as
things can
well?
be true at the same time, can't it? You can say I don't think England will win it. I'm not that excited by him. But when they speak up, then you get excited. Both can be true.
Do you know the thing that's impressed me the most with England, especially Tuchel? He's getting his substitutions bang on at the minute. Yesterday, when he brought John Stones, Dan Burn, and Jed Spencer, two of the players that I didn't rate at all, I thought they were just big lumps, especially Jed Spence and Ding. And Johnny Stones is suddenly fit as a fiddle now at the moment.
And that's hardly a surprise, isn't it? It's
I'm gonna
the
be
norm
honest.
for him.
I thought they were exceptional when they all came on. They were blocking everything. They were destroying everything. Thank you very much, Steve. Appreciate that, mate. But listen, I've always said when I'm proved wrong, I hold my hands up and I say I'm sorry. And I do apologise to Tuchel, prove me wrong.
At the end of the day, we know Thomas Tuchel is a manager that can adapt his tactics if he needs to, like he did in the Champions League final for Chelsea, where he just parked the bus and beat us 1-0. He can do that, or he can play like he played previously, where he attack. That's why he's got in place. I think he can say, when it comes to we get to the final against France, there's no shame in parking the bus and defending it out and winning it there with 1-0.
Gordon looked good last game.
Big up, Superstar. I was there when Terry Butcher split his head open. 2-1 Belgium, KDB last minute winner. Ooh. Tariq come out with a receipt. Don't worry, I'll get Tariq back. We're going to be here for that KDB last minute winner. They'll turn the phones off tonight if they get beat. You watch.
I'm telling you, if there's a last minute winner,
So
I might cry.
So let me say this. I have very mixed feelings and mixed emotions about this U.S. Men's national team. I always have, and I have my own personal reasons or whatever. But what I've come to the conclusion is that at the end of the day, they represent the U.S., the country, the people, the me's, the eds, the whatever. So I'm going to back them, and I hope that they win. But I do admittedly have some mixed emotions and mixed feelings about the team. And part of me, there is a part of me that's like, I hope we lose. So I don't know where I fall. Maybe I'm a fair weather fan like Martin. I don't know, but I'll say I think I agree with Ed that I think this Belgium team is able to be got at. I don't know if the U.S. team has enough quality to do it. So we'll have to see. But if we can beat anybody of the big nations, or at least the nations with the big names, Belgium is the one. I don't know that there's anybody else that we beat. If we do happen to beat Belgium, then I think we should chalk this up as a successful World Cup, because we're not going to go any further than that, and we would have been the furthest out of all the host nations, the three of us. Yeah. So you got to go further than Mexico, got to go further than Canada. You'll feel like it's a win, even if you don't go any further after this round. So getting a win against Belgium will be big. It'll be celebrated, but I don't think anyone that has us winning the whole thing, I think, is probably deceiving themselves. But it's cool to wish or to hope. So we'll see.
At the end of the day, Terry, look what Kate Brady did with hard work and passion. And the United States are better than them. So there's no reason why they can't apply the same, work hard, press, win the ball back, and try and do your best.
But I think Argentina is massively overrated.
That's always been when our teams have been the best, is when we've had people that, like you said, we just have that don't quit, don't give up, work hard, run your socks off, that kind of a mentality, but we don't have the quality. So that's, you want to see a Balogun just because he's got a goal scoring mentality, even if I don't think he's a great goal scorer, right? But he's probably one of the best that we have. We got a kid, Haji Wright, that plays for Coventry City. Maybe he comes in. You got Pepe, who plays for PSV, I think. Who?
We got Robertson from Fulham. We got.
Oh, I'm talking about goal scorers, though.
Oh,
so I think that's who's gonna get goals for us, right?
Yeah,
who's
Pulisic.
gonna? Yeah, I mean, but
LeBron
Pulisic
James
is, in
of
my
football.
opinion, Pulisic is overrated, and Pulisic needs to be a creator, not the one you're counting on to go get goals, unless he's playing off of somebody else. But just giving him the ball and say, go get us a goal, go win the game for us, I don't think that works. I don't think it's a winning formula. But we'll see what they do. Again, I hope that they win just because they do represent the country. They represent the U.S. We'll see. I don't know that they have the quality to take advantage of a gettable Belgian team.
Now, look, right, you take Erling Haaland out of Norway. How many players do you think USA have got that are better than Norway?
If you would have asked me that question before this season, I would have told you probably a bunch because they play at big name teams, right? We got people that play at Juventus. We got people that play at Inter or AC Milan, excuse me. We got people that play at Fulham. We got people that play across Europe, right? But what I will say, we saw these Norwegian players that played for Bodo Glimt whoop everybody in Champions League, and no one accounted for that. And so now you put them back on this Norway team. We shouldn't be surprised that the same players that thrive for Bodo Glimt are thriving in this World Cup. And now you're adding Odegaard. Now you're adding Nusa. Now you're adding Holland to it, right? So I think that we probably overlooked Norway, just like I admittedly overlooked Bodo Glimt in the Champions League. So I think that's they're probably better than we're giving them credit for.
Well, what it basically shows is that working hard, good tactics, a good manager gets you quite far, and obviously a world-class striker.
And there are very few bad teams in football anymore, really.
Yeah.
If you're in a World Cup, you're probably going to be very good.
Yeah, the standard of the lower countries has been better than everybody thought.
Who would you rather have for your manager? Would you rather have Tuchel or Pochettino?
Pochettino.
So you would rather have him as the England manager over Tuchel?
Yeah, I said early on that I like the way the US play because they win the ball back. I said I like the way they play from that very first game. Paraguay might lack a bit of quality, but I like the way they play. And if they did that with England, with Bellingham, Kane, I think you'd win it.
Bellingham's that guy, man.
Ed's just had to go because he's going out to watch the game. So have a lovely time, Ed. Appreciate you coming on, mate. We are going to end in 5 minutes then because I know people want to get off and go and get ready for the games at 1 a.m. Belgium known for its waffling, but it's the Cowboy Yanks at the moment. Oof. A lot of bitterness going on at the moment. A lot of bitterness.
I am very bitter.
I am loving the banter, though. I am enjoying a little bit of banter going on.
Who would you say is world class for Belgium?
KDB. That's
now?
No, not
this
anymore.
KDB?
No, not
this KDB.
No.
Yeah, not anymore, though.
Yeah, Marcus Beasley. Oof, no. Has anyone got anything I want to add on?
Martin has got jokes.
Martin does have the Marcus Beasley agenda, to be fair to him.
Because I watched him live.
You better be glad I'm not in my house, Martin. I'll be pulling
Marcus, I know you weren't a City fan back then, mate. I know you only jumped on the bandwagon in 2010. Understand that, but
No, Martin, I'm not just a glory fan like you who just watched the national side when they're winning. I watch them when we're good and when we're shit.
Football coming home, says Cade. Listen, listen, I know you love DeMarcus Beasley. I know he's your idol, Tariq. He wasn't.
He's the hometown kid. He's from.
I know, but he wasn't a good footballer.
So it doesn't matter what you say. He's the hometown kid. Always gonna, he does the camps and stuff for the kids in the hometown. He sponsors the teams. So for me,
that's amazing.
Not just what he does on the pitch, but also off. Yeah.
Yeah, but we had DeMarcus Beasley, Darius Vassell, we had Emil Penza. That was our Belgian sister, Emil Penza, and Hatem Trebelsa. I was over the moon when we bought Hatem Trebelsa because I thought he was a really good player from Ajax. Thought, he's going to be amazing, and just didn't work out. Scored a goal.
Wasn't that the same year we had Bernardo Carradi as well?
Oh, Jesus. we had a front line of Bernardo Carradi and Giorgio Samaras.
Yeah.
Like I said, YouTube can make anyone look good.
what was it like? 13 games, like a goal at home. Yeah.
One game at a time, exactly. He was quick and tricky, but so lightweight. He did look like he thought he'd blow away in a strong gust of wind. Grealish ain't going Everton. He's not coming back City at the moment. It's all up in the air. Everton do still want him. They just don't want to pay the money for him that we want at the moment. But I think it will be Everton. I think it'll just get done at a later date. I don't think he'll come back to City. I think that
it's the wages, isn't it? I don't think City want to match the wages anymore.
I just think that chapter's closed. I don't think he will be given a chance. And the one at Fulham and Newcastle.
Everton want City to pay some of the wages, and I don't think they want to do it anymore.
Well, we paid 150 grand last year.
Yeah.
Or something around that.
I think they're not doing it anymore. They've got to pay all the wages themselves or not bother.
Oh, Solomon's joined us. Good evening, Solomon. How are you?
I'm slow. Hello, guys. How you guys doing?
So you just really low. You can just speak up a little bit. Hello? Oh, I think his connection's gone. I think his connection's died. We'll just see if his connection's any better. Good evening, Solomon. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you guys doing?
Can you just speak up a little bit? You're very low.
Hello. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, good, mate.
Not bad.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
So what do you want to speak about, mate?
I want to speak about the Donnarumma and James Trafford situation that is happening at the club.
About the what situation?
About the James Trafford and the Donnarumma situation.
All right, go on.
So, I don't think it's fair that James Trafford should leave the football club. I don't think it's fair because James Trafford was brought in to be the number one goalkeeper. And during the course of the season, we saw that had come in and taken his position away because of what? Because of experience. James Trafford is young, he's good with his feet. And I felt like in Manchester City Football Club, we build up from the back. You know, we have goalkeepers who is good with their feet, like we saw it with Ederson. So I don't think it's right for Donnarumma to come in, take away a goalkeeper that is good with their feet, who is also a good shot-stopper, but not as good as Donnarumma. I just don't think it's fair that he should come in and take James Trafford. And now he's going to Newcastle. It's looking like he's going to Newcastle. I just don't think it's fair that James Trafford should come in and go out because he was bought to be the number one goalkeeper. Now Donnarumma is an elite shotstopper, and that's one thing I like really give him praise. I remember that save he made at Anfield. That McAllister deflection. But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, he makes clutch saves, but at the same time, I feel like we should keep Trafford as the number one because he's good with his feet. You know, like there's this stat LB said it. LB said in the cup matches we've not lost any cup games with James Trafford starting in the post at the back of the net. We've not lost any. Like that Arsenal match in the Carabao Cup final. James Trafford was superb that game. You know, he was launching out. He could play from the back. That's one thing Kepa didn't have in that match, and that's eventually something James Trafford had. You know, James Trafford, outstanding work. So what I stand on this is that James Trafford should be our starting goalkeeper because that's how this football club has been built. That's how Pep designed us to build that from the back. We always had good ball-playing goalkeepers. But ever since Donnarumma has come to the club, James Trafford now wants to leave because of playing time. So where I stand is that James Trafford should be our number one goalkeeper because he's excellent in his feet and he's also a good shot stopper. Now, where I stand with this is like, yes, to some extent, James Trafford is a good showstopper, but he ain't better than Donnarumma. He's just not. He's not better. Donnarumma is an elite showstopper. We saw it with PSG. He won the Champions League with them. Clutch saves. Yeah, so like I'm not saying that he's not a good showstopper because people are going to get me wrong. I'm saying that he's good, but he's not good enough with his feet, and which is something we need. Now that Maresca's coming to the door, I'm sure that he's going to be forced to play Donnarumma because even though he decides to play Trafford, the club will probably go like, yeah, no, you ain't starting Trafford, you're starting Donnarumma. Like, I don't think the club will be okay with it. So that's why I stand with this. That's why I stand with this. I feel like James Trafford should be given that number one spot because that's why he came to the club to do. Yeah.
I think so.
My
I think
man.
James Trafford suffered from that early season where we were struggling and he looked shaky. He looked shaky against Spurs. And then as soon as Donnarumma came in, we looked totally more calm at the back again. So I think that kind of played against him. Had they given him a bit more time, I think he'd have been, by the end of the season, the number one. But unfortunately, he was unfortunate. He played in the Premier League, thrown in at the deep end, and he looked a bit shaky. And the back four looked a bit shaky, bit, hesitant in passing in the ball. And this, that, the other, that they were used to Edison. And unfortunately, Donnarumma just calms things down at the back. And that's unfortunately the way it is at the moment for James Trafford. Just about the calmness that he makes everybody feel around him. Donnarumma.
I mean, for me, Donnarumma's number one.
Martin has a Trafford agenda. We have to
I
understand
don't.
that.
I don't have a Trafford agenda.
Sorry to interrupt, but I just remembered something that happened. I remember that Arsenal game that Matthias Nunes threw the ball in the path of Donnarumma and like kicked. That thing really hurt me. Like that game.
Is it really Donnarumma's fault he was pressured in?
Come on now, come on. No. You can't be saying that. It is his fault.
What we're saying is, it's not Trafford's fault, but it's Donnarumma's fault. I like that. Tell me you got a
Which one?
Donnarumma agenda without telling me you got a Donnarumma.
No, Martin, you're not gonna be telling me that it wasn't Trafford, it wasn't Donnarumma's fault, that goal against us. Come on.
No, what I'm
Come
saying.
on.
No, he didn't say that. It's not Donnarumma's fault that he signed with City. Same, it isn't Trafford's fault. They both just took an opportunity and they signed.
What I'm saying is that specifically on that goal against Arsenal, that was Donnarumma's fault.
Right, and Trafford was made a fault against Tottenham. What we're doing?
Yeah,
You can all do this.
There's no doubt that at the beginning of the season with Trafford in goal, we did look a bit shaky, nerves at the back with him in goal. And that was not his fault, but that's a fact. Obviously, the players who used to play with Edison in front of him. And then obviously, Donnarumma came along, we brought him in, and it was a hell of a lot calmer. Everybody said, oh, he seems a bit calmer. The back seems to know what they're doing more, they're a bit more calmer. And then he had a good run, Donnarumma. And that was unfortunate. Otherwise, he'd either play bad and put Trafford back in.
Solomon, I think you're struggling for a connection, mate.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, my Wi-Fi is going on and off. But I'll keep going.
Just for me, I'm sorry. I mean, Maresca's already told Donnarumma he's the number one. Trafford's not being asked to leave. Trafford's choosing to leave.
and it's fine because
Yeah,
again,
I think so. I agree with
young
that.
players are going to
And to
leave.
be clear as well, if Maresca
time.
wanted Donnarumma gone, he'd be gone. He did it at Chelsea. He'd do it at City.
I think we would struggle to find somebody for
But
him to
Herbal,
go
you
to.
don't know that because Maresca's watched Donnarumma play. This is my argument. You're saying he won't be all right with that. He has watched him play for 6 months. He's told Donnarumma he is his number one. So Donnarumma's doing something to make Donnarumma. So Donnarumma's doing something to make Maresca happy.
Let's hope he does well, but I struggle to see him being the
But I
third
don't,
centre back in the
understand why
build-up.
everyone's so against him. It's something that I don't get. I don't get the Donnarumma hate.
Martin, are you be fully honest here? Are you comfortable
No,
with
no,
him
I
being the
don't get
third
the hate.
centre back on
Sorry, I don't get the
build-up?
hate. No, I don't get the hate. Sorry, I don't.
Martin,
And
be fully honest. Are
give
you
me the
comfortable?
agent crap. Don't give me the agent crap because Haaland's dad came out with, "You'll never know what's going to happen in football." I don't see everyone slagging off Haaland yesterday.
I'm not coming up with the agent.
No,
I'm coming up with
true,
on the pitch.
It's bullshit. Player FC, what suits?
Martin, then answer this question. Are you 100% comfortable with Donnarumma being the third centre back in build-up?
I'm not saying, but who says we're going to
In
do
possession?
that? But Maresca is.
Are you?
Well, what are you
This is
asking
what
him
I'm
to do? You're
asking
asking him to split the line with passes, or are you asking him to get the ball and just pass it to a centre back? What are you asking him to do?
Split the lines with the pass, because that's what usually Maresca's keepers do.
So why has Maresca told him he's number one then?
I don't know. Let's see. Let's wait and see.
Maresca likes his goalkeeper to be part of the build-up, but you don't want him saying, right, we're going to split passes. He wants him to be part of the build-up. Can he do that? Can he make 4 or 5 yard passes?
I've never heard the way people talk about Trafford. People are talking like it's Messi, and how dare we let him go?
I think we have a future. I think we have a future world-class goalkeeper in our hands.
Trafford needs to improve.
Yeah, but he clearly has.
No, but Sparkus, you never talk about Trafford, the penalties. You never talk about it.
I do.
No, you don't. In that FA Cup final, he was not very good, Trafford. He looked shaky as hell.
I agree. I think it was poor, but I also think that he at points was very important for the goal.
If that was Donnarumma, you would have judged it very differently. You know,
because Donnarumma has 10 years experience on the football pitch. No, because apparently Donnarumma is world class and he's the best goalkeeper on the planet. That's what I'm gonna judge him on. I'm gonna judge him on Courtois, on Ike Casillas.
You don't get to judge him. You're not the manager. You're a fan, the same as all of us.
So you're not allowed to judge a player. That's all. Like say, okay, this player needs to improve, or this player is not being good enough, or anything like that.
Hang on, Spartacus. You don't judge. You get nasty. Someone's got us on.
When did I get nasty with him?
You've got quite. You have said stuff about Donnarumma that's quite personal.
Such as?
You've said it before. You think he's lazy. You called him arrogant.
I never said he's lazy. I said he's arrogant. Yes, because of the information that I have. Sorry, Martin. If you're not able to take criticism, you're arrogant. That's pretty much the definition of being arrogant.
Sorry, Martin. Please, sorry to jump in, but can I quickly say something? Quickly, sorry. I want to mention that Donnarumma's cross-claiming is poor. I'm just going to say it. Donnarumma's cross-claiming has been it's not been good enough. I remember that West Ham goal. That was it. Mavropanos, a defender. I remember us away at London Stadium when we faced West Ham. That was your bread and butter. You're supposed to be saving that shot, that cross. There was a particular cross that went in that Mavropanos scored. I remember. No, I'm not saying that Donnarumma's cross claiming is not good. That's not the only game I can think of. But to sum it up, I'm not a big fan of Donnarumma's cross claiming. I don't think it's good enough. When we look at goalkeepers like David Raya, exceptionally, is exceptionally good at cross claiming. But another issue I have with Donnarumma is his cross claiming ability, because I don't think it's good enough. I'm sorry, but I don't think cross claiming for Donnarumma has not been good enough.
I don't think
so. For me, let me just say this: I am one of those people that does not want to lose Trafford. Right? I think beyond the on the pitch stuff, there's some off the pitch stuff or just characteristics that he has that I think will be beneficial to City, like the fact that he is homegrown, like the fact that he is club trained, like the fact that, you know, he's good with his feet. I think all of those things are valuable, and it is why I do not want to see him leave. That being said, I think it's unfair to Donnarumma to point out the mistakes with his feet and not also point out all of the saves that he's made that have saved us consistently throughout the course of this season. I get that we want to keep Trafford. I get that we want to keep Trafford because I do. However,
clean sheets.
I just think that it's not fair or even intellectually honest to only see one side, because he is, like, every player has both sides, and he's got some very strong strengths that have kept us engaged or, you know, whatever. So again, you can want Trafford. I want Trafford. I want to keep Trafford, but I don't have to try and kill Donnarumma in the process, if that makes sense. And not to suggest that any one person is doing that. I'm just saying collectively as a fan base, we can want Trafford, and I can even say that I think it will be a mistake to let Trafford go, but I got to give Donnarumma his credit and give props where it's due, because he's been a good keeper for us. Made mistakes, yes, but he's been a good keeper for us. And I think overall he's been better. You know, it's been a net positive, I guess is how I would say it.
Yeah, we can all agree, right? Everybody could agree that Donnarumma was a bit shaky from corners, right? But Maresca's going to know that. So it's up to him to say, hey, can we coach him? Or B, can we come up with some defending set piece to help him and mitigate it as much as we can? We know what we get from him. One-on-ones is brilliant. Match-winning save is brilliant. His attitude, the way he is with the players, is brilliant. So obviously, this is that. What can we do about it? Obviously, the rest is going to know that. He'll either trick coaching or put some set pieces, defending set pieces that help him mitigate it. But you've got to accept every now and again we might concede a goal where he's come across it. That's just the football, isn't it?
With set pieces becoming ever more important and ever more decisive for a game, the biggest weakness of our goalkeeper is on one of the most important aspects of the game.
Yeah, but can we coach him to just say, punch it instead? We don't mind you. We don't want you to catch it. Catch it, it's fine. Just punch it and get a good punch on it. Can we come up with that?
He does punch.
Can we coach that into him?
So why hasn't he improved at all in that aspect in the 10 years that he has been a goalkeeper for first-team teams?
Oh, he's just probably been playing in France where it's not been a thing as much as set pieces.
It has been because I've said this was a weakness when we bought him.
Because obviously this season set pieces have become more of a thing, and long throws as set pieces this season has become more of a thing. So it wasn't as much. So obviously he's been found out because of that, really.
He has been found out for that for a long time already. It's not something new.
The thing is, Matthew, the City squad love Donnarumma. They absolutely love him.
At the end of the day, you're going to have a goalkeeper who's not going to be brilliant at everything. So you've got to say, we accept the good and work with the bad. That's it.
It is Trevor's spot on. Don't think anyone wants to lose Trafford. No one said he should go. He's the one who wants to go. He wants guaranteed first-team football.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, if we're going to say that that's fine for Makaidu, for them to be leaving for minutes, for the other kid to be leaving for minutes, for Heskey to be leaving, then we have to say it's fine for those too.
But no, Trafford has no right to be number one either.
When you promise a player a pathway to become number one, then I'm sorry, I can't feel bad when he goes.
At the end of the day, you can't really feel sorry for Trafford.
You're not related to Trafford Sparkles.
I know that.
He's getting well paid. Plus, he's played in cup games and he's won 2 cups. He'd have gone to Newcastle and he'd have been 12th in the league, but played every week. So I really feel sorry for it. I'd sit on the bench for City, playing 2 cups and win 2 cups.
Yeah, sorry if I feel a little bit of empathy for a kid whose dreams have been played with.
He's not a kid. Stop calling him a kid.
Yeah.
He's a kid for me.
Stop that.
question for you, Martin. Do you guys have a lottery over there in Europe or the UK?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, how much is it like right now? If you were to play it and win it, how much is it?
I'm a fireball.
What's going on here? About between 150 £2 a line.
So 150 to 200 million quid. Okay, fine.
No, you get about no. It's about £152 to go. You're coming up. Some weeks it's £3 million. Some weeks it's 6 million.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm very sorry to interrupt, but can I ask you a question? My question is that what is the highest ceiling we have at the club? Centre back partnership. What do you guys think is the highest ceiling that we have at this football club? Like centre back pairing. What's our highest ceiling? For me, I think our highest ceiling centre back partnership is Kusanov and Gvardiol. I feel like both of them are literally they are young as well, so they have plenty potential. They have room to grow. So I feel like they are, when it comes to who has the highest potential and the highest ceiling, I'll give it to Gvardiol and Kusanov, because Gvardiol is a left-footed centre back who can build up from the back relatively well. Is I think our best build-up player. We also have Kusanov next to him. He has pace. He has that a little bit of aggressiveness in him. He has pace. He has energy. He has a good pass to him as well. So for me, I think my centre back partnership is Gvardiol and Kusanov. However, next season I would prefer this starting two. However, people might say Diaz deserves to start Diaz, but I don't think so. I feel like both Gvardiol and Kusanov are better than him. Or I think Gueye. I'm not really a fan of Diaz anymore. Before, I think this current version of Diaz we're seeing is not the same as before.
So what's Kusanov better at Diaz at, other than pace?
He has mistakes in him.
Other than pace.
Also. And I feel like matches where Kusanov and Diaz has been starting, I feel like Kusanov has been saving him numerous times that I can remember.
No, he hasn't. I disagree with you on that. Just watch Kusanov in the World Cup and watch Diaz in the World Cup. Diaz has been a rock for Portugal. Apart from tonight, Diaz has been fabulous at the World Cup.
Even tonight, he's been very good.
So Kusanov's looked, without somebody experienced next to him, Kusanov's looked inexperienced. I think Kusanov's got a very high ceiling. I would be devastated to lose Ruben Diaz.
Okay, Martin, what would you be your preferred centre back partnership for next season?
For the start of the season, Ruben Diaz and Gvardiol.
Let me put this scenario. In that England-Mexico game yesterday, who would you prefer at centre half and roll backs against the wall, heading balls out, blocking shots? Who would you prefer, Diaz or Kusanov?
Oh,
John Stones.
yeah.
Well,
for me, when it comes
John
to
Stones and
blocking,
Diaz.
when it comes to blocking, Diaz all day long.
Yeah, so it depends on who you're playing, doesn't it?
The thing is, to me, until Diaz got injured, our best centre-back partnership statistically last season, the least amount of goals, the most wins, the least amount of defeats was Josko Gvardiol and Ruben Diaz. They picked up the most points as a centre-back partnership last year. That's factual. They conceded the least amount of goals, and we won the most games, and we lost the least.
I mean, we've just been talking about Donnarumma not being good at set pieces and crosses, and surely you want Ruben Diaz in the team, don't you?
Yeah, I'm not saying Kusanov won't take over Diaz. 100% Kusanov will take over Diaz. But I think the way people are, just my opinion, I think, again, I'm back to the new toy syndrome. I think Real Madrid don't want Ruben Diaz because he's crap.
But to be fair, Madrid are shit, so there we go.
Okay.
Real Madrid want Ruben Diaz, but Jose Mourinho's there.
You sound like
That's
a
like a
Bible
manager.
fan.
No, it's just because
With
I
Jose
do have a
Mourinho
Real
as a
Madrid
defensive man.
agenda. I do have a Real Madrid agenda. That's a known thing.
We know you've got two agendas: Real Madrid and Donnarumma. We know.
Nah, just a Madrid one. Just a Madrid one.
So what happened in today's game with? Because I didn't get to see it because I was working and I had interviews or whatever. So I wasn't able to watch any of it. What happened in the Spain game, the Portugal game, that people are saying Ruben Diaz made a mistake or something like that?
I only watched 75 minutes of it.
I don't think he made a mistake. That's the thing.
Okay.
What did you mean
there was
about the
talk
lotto,
of-
Tariq, can we go back to the lotto thing? What was you on about that?
No. I was just trying to understand, like, because like I just rode past the sign for our lottery and it's like 570 million, and so I'm thinking, how much of City could I buy, and I can make the decision on who the center back partnership is going to be. I could get rid of, if I don't like Maresca, I could get rid of him. I could do all those things if I hit that 570. So I was just wondering how many people would have to hit the lottery here or over there before we could actually buy the club.
Oh, a lot of people. So many people.
Because if I get 570 over here, and that gets us almost to that's $500 million. You know, I can at least get a part of the club. Could I buy Girona? Could I buy Girona and bring whoever I want, Diaz or Kuzanov or Trafford, whoever I want? At that point, I can do whatever I want to because I would own the club.
Well, yeah, well, you listen, Newcastle are the richest club in the world. Having the money makes no difference. And you get enjoying a good shape and prevent it anyway, so it makes no difference to this. You have the richest club in the world, which is owners, and you've got rules that stop them from being able to spend money.
Because I'll be honest, I mean, and listen, I think Gay and Kushnerov did okay at the end, but I think their inexperience showed. I think their inexperience showed. Away at Bournemouth, away at Everton, I think that which listen, youngsters are going to make mistakes. Players in that situation who've never been there are going to make.
Sorry, Rico. Sorry, Rico. I want to correct what he said. He said, making it look like Donnarumma can't catch. I don't know whether it's me or you guys, but I didn't say he can't catch. I'm saying that his cross claiming is poor. And he needs to improve on that. That's what I said. So, yeah.
See, but for me, I like Trafford. I think Trafford's kicking isn't as good as people think it is.
No, he still needs to improve a lot, yeah.
The thing
he
is,
wouldn't be my first choice keeper.
We have a lot of young players, and they all have room for improvement.
If I was to pick a goalkeeper, I wouldn't pick
Don't do that.
Trafford.
Everton away, Bournemouth away. Don't do that, mate. Come on. Don't do that.
What is it saying? What is it saying?
Because Spice said, Martin, how did their inexperience show with one bad game? Wasn't just one bad game, Spicer. That's where I'll disagree with you. I don't think they were good together at Bournemouth away either. Kushnerov was at fault for the goal against Bournemouth because he plays everyone on side. That's my big thing with Kushnerov. I think if Kushnerov can learn how to read the offside trap, I think he'll be fabulous. If you look, that's my only criticism of Kushnerov is he plays everyone on side all the time. Doesn't now play the offside line.
Kushnerov needs to learn not to rely on his face.
Yeah. At the end of the day, with Man City, right, we'll be playing in Champions League games, we'll be playing in Premier League games. We don't have a partnership. We'll play players depending on the game we're playing. And they might have a bit where two or three of them will play together for a while, and then another two will come in if they get injured. We don't really have a partnership. We have four good centre backs who will play when they need it. That's it.
Don't really agree with that one, to be honest. I think you need a partnership. The players need to know.
You get partnerships. A lot of partnerships.
That'll be Diaz, Gavadio.
Every player on the club, they need to know their roles. I think that's at least how I see things.
If you're working together on training field, you work together on training field. You've got to partnership on the training field. whoever comes in needs to. What's the point of having 4 centre halves if 2 of them can't play together?
Yeah, but also you need to establish very early and very quickly who's going to be the 2 starters and who's going to be the 2 backups. That needs to be very clear for everybody.
I've already seen. My thing is, you can constructively criticise some players. There are some players you're not allowed to constructively criticise. I love Kushnerov, but I'm sorry, Kushnerov is a player you are not allowed to constructively criticise. You're just not allowed. If you constructively criticise him, you've got an agenda. Nico G's another one. You have an agenda. Everyone just hates Donnarumma. But I do constructively criticise Donnarumma. I've not said sell Trafford. Trafford wants to leave. I can't do nothing about that.
Yeah, you can even my beef jerky.
Well, basically, what I'm saying is, listen, don't get into the mind and say, this is our defensive partnership. We should play every week. If we play every week, but then another 2 can come in and do exactly the same job. That's the sort of standard we want. 2 world-class players can come in and cover, and another 2 world-class players can come in and cover. Not say, well, that's a partnership that plays every week. Whoever's in, is in.
Martin, you stop with your Turkey agenda.
Yeah, I've got a chip because the thing is, this is what I mean. You constructively criticise players' fans' favourites, you get attacked as an agenda. It's crazy.
You stop with your agenda.
I know. You wouldn't think that they all play for Manchester City, would you? You'd think they all play for different teams the way we all carry on.
Yeah, so sorry for interrupting, but I have something to say again. Me and my schoolmate were having a discussion on which midfielders to sign. We were debating between Elliot Anderson and Sandro Tonali. I was like, we should sign Elliot Anderson because last season it was very, very crucial to Nottingham Forest. He had the most touches of the ball. He had the most position won as a player. He got the ball back the most. He had the most touches. He wins the ball back quite a lot. I think he's first in that. And Tonali for me is injury prone, number 1. Tonali is injury prone, and I feel like Tonali is limited. And what I mean by that is that Elliot Anderson is more of an all-round midfielder than Tonali. I'm having people tell me that Elliot Anderson isn't technical. Isn't a technical footballer. You need to go and watch him because he's a very technical footballer. I remember the game against who was the game again? Against I think it was it the Europa League? Yeah. He's technical in the midfield. He has a good cross in him. He has legs in that midfield, and I feel like it's better than Tonali. And me and my schoolmates were talking about. He's saying Tonali has more experience. I'm like, do we really need the experience right now, or we need a player who is up and coming, like Elliot Anderson?
No,
for me, Elliot Anderson will suit our midfield best because he runs around the pitch, he wins those duels. He gives those line breaking passes, most passes, and I feel like sorry, I can't hear you.
For 2 years straight, we bought up and coming. We now need to go and buy experience. Our team is starting to lack experience. Experience wins you leagues.
Yes, I agree, but is Tonali really that clear of Anderson?
Why both?
No, I don't think the club would do that. I don't think the club would buy both.
The club are after another midfielder.
No, I feel like I don't think the club will go for 2. I feel like he'll get maybe an Anderson and maybe nah, I don't think so. I read it in the news, Etihad papers.
The club are after 2 midfielders.
Because you don't know where Rodri's going to be in a year's time.
They're already trying to replace Rodri. They're trying to be proactive on that. because they have to be ready in case Rodri doesn't sign a contract, which is just good business sense.
I want to say
Martin,
that anybody saying Elliot Anderson isn't a good technical footballer, or they're the Man United fan that wanted him, didn't get him, and then
Yeah,
now
but not only that,
saying,
I'm going to be
saying
straight
shit.
with you. If Elliot Anderson gets injured, you're right back to where you were last season.
yeah, but
We all said
Martin,
last
I want to ask you a
season
question.
it was not good enough, and now
Sure.
we're one injury away again from going right back to our midfield. If the midfield wasn't good enough last season, are you telling me it's just Elliot Anderson that's going to change it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, well, this year was ball recovery, wasn't it?
Things to tell you.
Oh, this year was ball recovery. And he was the best in the Premier League at that
It
last
was
season.
exactly what KDB said. It was as weak as piss water.
You're right, we will need somebody else, because obviously if Elliot Anderson is injured, then we're knackered out. We will need somebody else as well.
Midfield.
Martin, I think you need to get off the PS5, mate.
Right, anyway, right, I'm going to leave. We're going to end it there. Want to say massive thanks to Dylan, Solomon, Tariq, Matthew, Spartacus for joining us. Thank you, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure you joining in and ringing in on the late night calling show. We do appreciate that. I'm not sure if Tariq, you going live?
So I am going to join on the Shades of Blue. I'm going to try to get on the Shades of Blue live show for there's going to be a watch along for the upcoming US-Belgium game. So if anybody wants to join, you can join us over there. Again, if you don't know, Shades of Blue is my show, bros. Is kind of I do that as well. So I'll try to be over there. I know the plan was for them to kick off probably around 7:30, 7:45 as well, my time. So in about in probably about 15 minutes, they should go live. So
well, I'll redirect
everyone is
over
welcome.
there. I'll redirect over there.
I'll come on there if you do match commentary.
I'm going to redirect you all over.
Everyone's welcome.
Redirect you over to Ruth. By the way, Tariq, did you speak to any of them about our idea for next year?
No, I've been disconnected for the last week, which is why I didn't do my show the other day. So I will reach out I'll ask them tonight on the stream. Put them
Piss poor.
Yeah, I know. I'll get when you come back from your vacation. I will have an answer for you.
Holiday.
Vacation, holiday, trip out of town.
Don't give me
so
your
much.
Americanisms.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's a pleasure being here, you know.
No, big up, Solomon. Well done for your first time. Same with you, Matthew. Always a pleasure, mate. Thank you for joining us, Tariq, and to Spartacus and to Dylan. I'm just going to finish off on my own for 2 minutes while I'm just going to play something and just show everyone what we're going to do. Because we've got a new ending that we're going to plug out. So I'm going to remove you all now. Take care, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers, all.
Peace.
See, there you go. An amazing, amazing calling show tonight. Really enjoyed that. I'm just going to I don't know if there's going to be any shows for the next any lives for the next couple of weeks. Let me have a look. It wasn't. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Sorry. Right. Anyway, right. I don't know where we're going to be in the next couple of weeks. Obviously, I'm away. If anything breaks, I will come and do a live. I don't know what's going to happen in terms of shows. I'm not sure if Fozzie's going to do a Thursday night. I'm not sure if anything does. We're only going to do emergency shows, like Madar says, if anything breaks. If nothing breaks, breaks. I'm not going to come on for rumours. We're not going to come on to do. We've heard a rumour. Unless something majorly breaks, we'll come live. I'll come live from the beach or wherever. So that's where we're at. But if not, we'll just be a couple of Blues Brothers that'll come out. If you do want to be a member on Blue Brothers, don't forget, email us, mancunianway1894@gmail.com. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone for your contributions tonight, for joining in. Been a great chat. From Stephen to Wazza to Julia, Wazza, Super Chat, and Bebo. Lovely having you back in for your Super Chats. For everyone with your likes, we had nearly 200 likes tonight. And everyone in the chat, it's been an amazing chat. I thank you all for your comments. It's been a very hard 2 weeks. I have tried to have a bit of a laugh the last couple of weeks because when adversity strikes, you got to have a laugh. And that's the way I viewed it. I need this break. Been hard. It's been the hardest time of my life because my father was my hero and he will forever be my hero. And I feel like I've lost a limb. Part of me's died, but we gave him a great sending off, and he was amazing. I'm gonna get permission off the family whether I can show you. We did a photo montage for the funeral. I don't want to play it unless I get permission off the family, my mother, my brother, my sisters, etc. If I get permission, I will play it because it's a brilliant video. I'm also going to show you his Manchester City slips that he had to sign to play for Manchester City's B team. But it was a great sending off, great day. Family did him proud. Yeah, and thanks to Ozzy and everyone for taking on Trevor and Pat and Rich and the lads and Ed for covering me while I've been away. But yeah, I'll try and do some shorts. I'll try and do some whatever, but I'm going to go and have the first proper break in 5 years. And I'm going to enjoy it. So I just want to say thank you. There's still going to be some Blues Brothers who'll come out. Yes, we do keep trying to grow. We're trying to get to 10K as quick as we can. Next show, don't know if there's a Blues Down Under this week. We'll let you know. But for me, there's no more lives for 2 weeks from my point of view, unless anything breaks, because I'll be in Cyprus, mate, having a great time. Thank you very much, Spicy Potatoes. Mate, thank you, DC. Thank you, Ash. Enjoy your break. You deserve it, and I will. Listen, I may pop into a few spaces while I'm at the pool. People are having a chin wag. I'll see what's going on. But yeah, it is what it is. So anyway, I want to say a massive thank you to you all. This is going to take over to Shades of Blue Network, Shades of Blue podcast with Crunk and Tariq and the lads for the USA and Belgium watch along. Hope you have a great time. And yeah, by the way, you've got a brand new outro. Tell me what you think of it in the chat. As always, up the Blues. Rest in peace, Dad. Take care.